We're live. All right, guys. Sorry for the delay. Having a little bit technical difficulties here. I kept hitting the wrong button to get Zoom going. Fuck. Anyways, disclaimers out of the way here. Minors, don't drink on YouTube. It's against the rules. Everybody else, though, bottoms up. Yes, that was a very long 2 minutes. My bad, guys. So what is going on? A couple of people in the chat. We'll wait for a few more to get in here before we kick off the weekend review. Any questions for now? Go ahead and shoot. Who do we all got in here? Devin's Forum as usual. Message retracted. I never get why people retract messages. Doesn't make much sense. Hey, my liver is just fucking fine. We're on the dawn. How's your chain? You drinking tonight? I'm driving, so just dab. I don't think that's any better. I don't think that's better. But hey, whatever floats your boat. I mean, I think you're getting just as much trouble for smoking weed and driving as you do for drinking and driving. But how was everybody else's weekend though? Anybody get up to anything fun you want to share? I had a great time all weekend. I think there was a lot of heavy drinking though. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Oof. Had a couple of birthday parties to go to Saturday night. Boy, today was a rough day. Was the Beachburg Fair this weekend? Really? I didn't even know. Surprised. Usually I know about it. I love that place. It's always so much fun there. I wouldn't have been able to make it anyways this weekend. I was too busy, but I do enjoy that fair. I worked all weekend, but the good thing is I got to pay rent. Wow. Paying the rent is always a good thing, even if it means you got to work for a weekend to get it done. I used to have to do that a lot. You work all week just to pay for all the fun times you want to have, and then you work the weekend so you can pay the bills. And if I go here, look for this, and wrong. Do that. And back. Uh-oh. There we go. There we go. When's your next match, Evan? Possibly have one up in northern Quebec in a couple of weeks. If not, I've got Arm Melter coming up in about 2 weeks, which is nice. Tanya Burgoyne, I've paid your rent for many years already. You can pay my rent from now on. Pradeep said he wants to fight me. Well, it's fantastic. I'll fight Pradeep. Sounds like a great time. Does Stevie Wonder pick out Evan's clothes? No, Evan just grabs whatever. I lost a lot of weight, so some of this shit's really big. But yeah, I went out on the bike this morning and then got caught in a fucking pouring rainstorm for the last half hour of the ride. So that kind of sucked. So then I got home, played some video games with the kids. And then when it got nice out again, I was outside doing a bunch of yard work and shit. So I wasn't even wearing a shirt. So come down to the office here. It's fucking cold. You gotta throw a hoodie on. Is Canada open to fly now? I haven't checked the most recent regulations, but I think so. Does Pradeep actually want to fight me? There's no way he actually wants to fight me. There's no fucking way. One last, too many times already, Tanya. Too many times already. Now, who caught that Tim Bresnan match? Anybody? Evan, do you believe in UFOs or any weird experience? Well, you'd have to believe in UFOs. The government just flat out acknowledge their existence, and even said some videos of these different things are indeed UFOs. You know, they got that little fucking beam thing that fucking went straight up like some crazy distance in a short period of time that modern science can't figure out how to do it. So the Timmy match went as expected. I don't think it went as expected at all. Like, at all. I did not expect to see Dave Morocco getting a slowdown. I figured it's fucking empty beer. What do I want that for? I figured Tim had just crushed straight through him sideways easily. No, there were slow matches. And by the later rounds, when Tim started, he'd hold him for a minute and then do a big drive. And it's like stopping right above the pin line. Like Dave was getting actual stops. So I was really impressed with Dave. He's a lot stronger than I thought he was going to be in that spot. Danger Cooper, what's up, beer man? What's going on, buddy? Hope you're enjoying a nice cold one here. Back to that UFOs are weird experiences. Yeah, the government's flat out says UFOs are real. Aliens have to be real. I mean, it's just mathematical impossibility that we're the only living creatures. Like, this is the one planet in the entire universe that the law of probabilities is far, far against this being the only place that could possibly have life. Doesn't make sense. Also, I don't know how about ghosts and shit like that, but pretty sure I've like come in contact with them in weird scenarios or other things that are just fucking unexplainable. But yeah. So I'm like a not believer that's been in some fucking weird situations with that shit. Brian Nagy, welcome to the chat. Not my monkeys, not my circus. Pay-per-view, Pradeep versus Evan. If he wants to do that, I'm in. Although you'd have to probably do it in Japan where they don't worry about weight classes and will sanction anything. There are more Earth-like planets than all the grains of sand on Earth. Avogadros. Than all the sand on Earth. Yeah, there has to be. I mean, the universe being as big as it is, like, they don't have any idea how big it actually is, so can't see it. Got to be. Been out in the 40 degrees Celsius day drinking, nearly full jaggered. Full jaggered. Oh, never go full jaggered. That's craziness. Yes, I did watch the Chance and Ron Bath. Super impressed with Ron. He looked fantastic. Yeah, more galaxies in the size of grain of sand. There's an awful lot of planets out there, that's for goddamn sure. Carolyn, you changed your name. Hey, Carolyn, everybody's saying hi to Carolyn. Everybody should say hi to Carolyn. She's fantastic. Schmo, no Donnie run, eh? Some folks from Dago and OC make their way up there with the NE boys. Huh? What? I don't understand. Cheers, Ron. Tim looks strong. I was, yeah, fuck off, Tanya. We don't even want to talk to you anyways. You just came here to see if I'd pay your rent. Yeah, Tim looked strong, but I was more impressed with Dave than I was with Tim actually in the match. Our sun is one star and has 136 planetary bodies in its orbit and is considered a low number per star. Wow, you really are a nerd. Yes, Tanya Burgoyne, that's my daughter. Zap the bee. Probability of life to start versus planet galaxies out there cancel each other out pretty well. I don't know about that. Patty to Batty was, I didn't even see fights last night if they were on. I do love you. That's why I paid your fucking bills for that goddamn long to start with. Favorite daughter. When you were the only daughter, that was accurate. But yeah, I'm not going to go with that now. I love all my children equally, except for my favorites. I prefer them. Evan's kids are the best kids. Well, Carolyn, you haven't met my kids yet. Oh, little bastards. Yeah, like $300. That's like a lot of beer money, man. I do like watching Patty Pimblett fight, though. Let me know who won if you saw it, because I'd like to know. Aspinall lost to Curtis Blades, 15 seconds. Sounds like he tore us. Yeah, blowing your shit apart's fucking terrible. How would you know who my favorite is? I never tell you anything. At least the rest of my kids come visit me. Although, wait, if I pay your rent, does that mean you're going to stay away for longer? That might be a good angle to take to get me to pay it. Was it submission again? Because he sucks at striking. Oh, fantastic. So yeah, Patty Rear Naked choke in the second and twerked on him at the end. Okay, I got to see that. That's fucking hilarious. So yeah, Tim Bresnan looked great. One of the good matches were on the weekend. I saw, you don't message me now. I don't see how that's going to change anything, Tanya. Ron Bath and Chance Shaw. I was really surprised that Ron was able to actually take Chance's hand completely away from him by hitting up top at first. Chance's side pressure, being able to go straight through him without having his hand, that was impressive. But then it looked like he just got his hand taken too much, and every round it just got torn over a little further, and then by the third round it was taken too far over where his pronator couldn't hold up anymore, and from there he didn't have access to drive sideways enough. Figured it was worth a shot because I'm a bully. I don't see how that would make sense. You're not making any sense. Yeah, Doug Allen killed Dave Shea, but who didn't know that was going to happen? Doug Allen's a bad dude. Dave Shea's Dave Shea. Dave Shea is really strong if you're coming at him in the wrong way, but anybody that knows how to set a hook is generally beating Dave, especially if you're like Doug Allen and you're like a top-notch fucking dude that just smashes sideways. Yeah, don't come here. I'll lock the door. Seriously, if she signs out here, I'm going to have to pause for a minute and go lock the door. I don't want to deal with her tonight. So what else we got going on here? Now, Chance was saying the last time he was on the show, he thought he was going to have an easy time with Ron to the point where it wasn't going to affect him for his match with Zarab, which really interests me because I think you need a lot of time between matches to get ready for other big matches. You can't just compete at a high level like over and over and over again. You need time to let that damage wear off. I really hope Chance can still have something for that Zarab match. I like Chance. I like watching him win. But fuck, that doesn't look good. Chance, Corey, Derek are on a losing streak. Laughing my ass off. Yeah, Derek got whooped pretty good in his last one, but last minute notice, he didn't have time to fully prepare for the match properly against a fucking world level dude. So I can't see that going so well in those scenarios. But I think Derek could have done a much better job had he had 3 months notice versus 2 weeks. Yeah, I definitely think Chugboat's in trouble with Rob after that 2 weeks away, getting your hand ripped through that many times. In that last round where he just dove into a press and then got torn through again, there's just no way that kind of fucking damage being done to your arm is gonna be healed in 2 weeks. It's just, I know the kid's only 24 or something, and he heals fast, fucking a lot faster than those old farts, but there's just no way that's gonna happen. What pushed Ray over the edge on Neil's stream? I didn't get to see all of it. I did see Ray getting frustrated at the end and just saying, fuck it, I'm out. I gotta go. It's too many people. I'm too tired for this shit. I'm leaving. I don't know what it was that set him off, though. He was probably frustrated with Ryan. I don't blame him. I'd be frustrated with Ryan just having to talk to him, especially if you know you're pulling him. Zarab 2 days ago said he knew Derek was not in his best that day, is why he wants to pull him at East versus West. Where did he say that? I'm going to have to rewatch. Oh, he's only 22? Well, it's even younger. Yeah, still. Even at that age, I still can't see that. Now, if he would have gotten a 3-0 win and all fairly easily, but even if he was having to do like 1 and 2, if he would have finished round 3, the same thing, hand gets turned over and still goes through sideways, I still think that would have been really bad for him 2 weeks out. Did you see footage between Dennis and David the other day? Dennis and David who? Dennis and David who? Normally when people say Dennis, I'm assuming they're talking Saplankov. But I don't know. Well, I think at the high levels like that, everybody wants to pull everybody if they haven't pulled before. And even if they have, they probably still want to do it again. It's just a matter of getting the matches to line up. And, you know, you don't want to take too many back to back to back. You don't have time for your body to react to it. So Plankov Dakin, I did not see that video. No. Datakin. I don't even know who that fucking guy is. But no, I did not see anything from Saplankov in the last few days. Evan on Ingen's YouTube channel, Ingen's Rob Derek interview. I'll have to check that out later. But I can't see why it wouldn't. I mean, it's arm wrestling. Everybody wants to know. I'd like to see all of the guys at that level pulling more matches so we get a chance to see what's up. But as far as Derek goes, I think we're going to see a much better outing from him in his next match here, that he's had more time to get ready. Yeah, I was kidding. I know who the guy is. But no, I haven't seen it yet. Where the fuck is that? Endurance. Can you elaborate on endurance in arm wrestling? What exactly it encompasses and how do you develop it? You develop it by working out often for extended periods of time. Get your body used to working while tired. And not just working while tired, but working in good position while tired. And then the biggest part for endurance is going to be strength. The stronger you are, the better it is for your endurance. If you're running a match at 60%, if you can find a good position where you only need 60% output to maintain, even if going up to 100 isn't going to get me the pin, that's fine. As long as I can stay in this spot and run at 60 while they're running higher, they're going to burn out faster than me. So endurance is going to be directly related to your max effort. And then you got some guys that are just freaks like Devin. But yeah, a lot of time if you want endurance. Work out often and always in good position. If you work out to failure, you're getting your hand ripped open at practice, your elbow blown through, it's not going to be good for developing strength. You're going to have to, tighten up your practices, tone it down a little bit. Usually the stronger guy holds, so both guys can stay in good position. That's how you're going to get building some real power up. I like the practice match stuff, but never when you're building towards an event. You know, it's time to slow down, get ready to go. If Chance is around, I mean, I did send him an invite. We'll see if he's got time. Yeah, it looks like Chance may pop in here for a minute. Chance is still going to say he'll beat Jerry if Jerry gets blown out by Gennady. Chance doesn't think he will beat the Jerry of old. He thinks the Jerry that we're dealing with now is not the same thing. So if he's right and Jerry's shit now. Did I send you the watch link? I shouldn't have. Copy invite. Oh, I did. Should be that one. Phone, and then there, and there. It looks like I did send you the wrong link. My bad, but I think I got it right now. That should be the right link. I don't know, because I'm not very good at this shit, but I think so. I think we got to figure it out. Any plans pulling with Devin soon? Yeah, I love pulling with Devin. The last couple of times I saw him, I wasn't able to pull with him, but I'm sure we'll be getting together soon enough. Mr. McPhee, how you doing, buddy? You bet, bro. Look at my cut vid of it. What video? Oh, I can't watch videos while on here. It doesn't, I can't do it. Either way, Chance, I did send the proper link, I think. Link, I think. So what you guys got going on? Questions, comments, and we got Chance coming in now. What's going on, Chance?
What's up, Evan?
You looked really fat at your match. How you doing?
Hey, thanks.
You're just trying to put on as much weight as you can?
No, I'm actually a bit lighter than I was.
Lighter than you were when?
Lighter than I was in Canada.
I think you look stronger in Canada.
Oh, maybe I was. Who knows?
Okay, no, seriously, I told you not to come here. Go away. I'm busy. You said hi.
You got mad at me.
Okay, well, you said hi. Now you got to go.
Why are you an asshole?
Because I'm an asshole.
You never got mad at me for showing up.
I'm not mad at you for showing up. I'm mad at you for not leaving. Bye.
Wow.
Wow.
Why are you so mean to me?
I was pretty fucking clear whenever you said something on the air. I don't want you to come here. I don't like you. You're just here for all my money. And she wants to steal Chance's shoes. Mind your business. Okay. You think you were stronger in Canada or when you pulled Ron?
Definitely when I pulled Ron.
Think so?
Yeah. I shouldn't say definitely because I don't have a metric of measuring it, but yeah, I think so.
Because your hand looked incredible against Brendan.
Yeah. Ron's a lot stronger than Brendan is.
He's definitely got a lot of spots that he's going to be a lot stronger. I wouldn't have thought his hand would have been that much stronger than Brendan's, though.
It is. And it's bigger. It's a lot bigger.
Yeah, Brendan doesn't have a very big hand.
No.
But the size of the hand isn't usually a problem in the strap.
It still takes up more space in the strap. So to a certain degree, it is. Not the length of the fingers, but the thickness of the hand.
Like pulling with Jeff Dabe. That's
Mhm.
got to be like the biggest hand I've ever grabbed on.
Yeah, but it's different. You know, Jeff's hand is not the same.
Right. Jeff's got a very, very unique hand, but still trying to grab onto that fucking thing without a strap. And Jeff's hand's weird because his thumb is fucking small.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to
more-
have this like giant sausage thumb to grab onto. And then I grab onto his hand in the setup and like, his thumb's half the size of mine.
Yeah.
So like, you got to stay way the fuck off it. And his hand is so big, you can't reach anything. How are you supposed to pull that guy without a strap?
Yeah.
But in the strap, it's normal.
It's a bit different. It's like, I don't know, when there's a thicker hand in the strap, it's harder for at least me. I can't speak for you, but it's harder for me to get in a certain position where I feel more comfortable. I'm fine against long hands, but thick hands imposes more of an issue when it's a top roller. If it's a hooker, it doesn't matter.
Because then you're just rotating out and popping back on your wrist.
Right.
And then a long hand's a lot more difficult because they're reaching around the back of your hand onto your wrist and stopping that.
Right.
Yeah, I get it. But generally, I find the bigger the hand, the more uncomfortable it is for me out of straps.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely more of a factor out of the straps. But
Timmy, how are you doing?
What's up, brother?
Are you back home?
Yeah, I just got home about 2 hours ago.
Awesome. Awesome. I want to get into your match, but I want to finish with Chance first about his match because I don't think Chance is sticking around too long.
What's up, brother?
how's it going, Tim?
Good, man.
Ah,
Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
when you were talking with Ryan today on the fix, does he actually think he'd beat you again?
I think that as an athlete, you have to have confidence in yourself, regardless of who you're going up against.
Do you plan on going into politics?
No.
What an answer. What an answer. The correct answer to that was he never fucking beat me in the first time. That's not even a real match.
I mean, he won the first time.
It wasn't even a real match, but that hustle strap, it goes the same way every match used to go back in the day. Whoever's get the buckle loses. But you fought a lot harder against him when you had the buckle. And then whenever he had the buckle, you had easy wins.
Yeah.
So it was going a lot more one-sided if you look at it both ways. And you've gotten a lot bigger and made more gains since then than he has, I think. I think that match
probably.
with the fair strap goes 3-0 pretty easily your way.
Yeah. I mean, probably. But again, like I said there today, I don't really have any interest in pulling Ryan because he's chasing the top 90 kilo guys or 198 guys. And
if he wants to run his mouth and Jerry's afraid of you, maybe you should throw out a big bet at Ryan and see if he wants to come collect.
To put up a big bet, you need big money, Evan. So
I'll sell you some shoes for cheap.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you will.
Who's he talking about pulling? Ryan who?
Bowen.
Oh, I'd love to see that.
Didn't go so well the first time, but like I said, I don't put too much fucking weight into that. If you know what you're watching and you watch that match, I watched the match the day it happened and said it was fucked.
I don't even think I saw that match.
They were using the old hustle strap where it just goes under and not through. So the guy with the buckle's hand will not bind on the strap. When you got a strap puller that can't get the strap to bind, you're going to have a tough time.
Oh, you got to practice in the strap. You got to practice with the buckle.
Well, practice with the buckle, but you should never be using that unfair strap. It should always be going through. It makes a big difference.
Well, they should have not got rid of the AAA strap.
Which one's that?
Why, you want to see it? I got one in the other room.
Is that the one where it tightens down on both sides?
Yeah, it's got a buckle in it. It's got a loop in the middle.
Yeah.
That's the same thing. The same thing as putting it through, except it doesn't rise up on your hand if you flop. So.
Why did they get rid of it?
Because everybody whined about the loop in the middle, and none of the super strap pullers could get a good grip on it. So they wanted the regular straps. So they bitched so hard they stopped using that strap.
Coming up with a strap that removes strap pullers from strap pulling, so they're still arm wrestling, and the strap is literally just to keep them together so you can't slip apart again.
Yeah.
That'd work. I mean, I'm not a fan of that. I'd rather be pulling into the strap than on the other guy's hand, but
Oh, it still keeps you tied together if you got a weak hand or a weaker hand. It just doesn't give you, it doesn't give anyone an advantage.
wow. In a normal strap system, 9 times out of 10, I grab somebody's hand, my hand fails before there does. But once I get into that strap, the part of my hand that fails is always my riser. And your riser is nowhere near as important as your rotation or post is going to be in the strap.
What's a riser? Oh, you mean back pressure?
Back pressure is how much pressure you're putting back the whole way. But if your hand fails before your arm does, in the strap, that's okay. As long as my rotation still holds and my back pressure through the arm is still there, I'm not worried about the angle of my wrist as much anymore. Where outside of straps, that's really important, top roll to top roll.
Yeah, dumped wrist. Most people can't pull in a dumped wrist. Some can, some can't. Most can't. It's harder. So I understand what you're saying there.
You need to have more pronation if you're pulling with a dumped wrist.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, very few people are proficient at it. So.
Right, like Chance against Ron in round 1, your cup kind of got busted back, but you're still able to keep enough pronation locked onto the strap that you could just drive straight sideways through it.
Yeah,
right?
I wouldn't say my cup got busted back. Round 1, it felt flat. Round 2, it felt a little bit back, and round 3, it was all the way back.
Did you watch or just pull it?
No, I watched it.
You rewatched it? Because the angle that I didn't see a video out on yours, but the video that I saw, it looked like your hand kind of went back. When you got it stopped low, it was just a little back, and then progressively got a little further. Pronation turned over and cut a little further each round. And then by round 3, you didn't have enough access to everything to drive sideways through it again.
Yeah. But again, round 1, it felt pretty flat.
I like flat.
Yeah.
Flat's good.
Flat was okay.
Flat's good.
Flat works great as long as you can stay locked onto it. Okay, we got a super chat here from Rod the Dodd. I'd love to join, buddy, but I have plans tonight. Cheers to everyone, though. Enjoy Sunday Fun Day, fellas. And then another one from Macho Man. Yes, Chance, you should be confident. Are you feeling confident going into the Zura match now?
After pulling Ron, I would say more confident. Even though Ron lost to Zurab and I lost to Ron, I don't think it's as simple as that. Ron attacked my hand. Zurab will not attack my hand.
He might now.
Yeah, I was going to say, he might now.
Zurab's arm is too short and his hand is too small for me to be worried about that. If he tries to top roll, I'll be okay. Zurab is someone who commits to a hook and a fully supinated hook. So when he gives me his pronator, and I don't have any pressure on my wrist, I feel comfortable in driving sideways with my pronator like I did with Ron. The only difference is, again, I'm not going to have that pressure on my wrist. I'm not going to have that pressure on my hand. It's just going to be more of a downward motion. And when I typically feel that, like when I was pulling Hutchings, I at least felt comfortable. Obviously Todd beat me, but I don't think Zurab is Todd. And with 5% less, I think if Todd had 5% less or I had 5% more, I think that match could have gone the other way. But and I think that'll be the difference between Todd and Zurab is about 5%.
Well, I agree with the Zurab match being completely different. The guy's all hook all the time. I don't know if I've ever seen a video of him top rolling ever.
Yeah.
But if I was him, I'd obviously be training it all the time anyways. You don't just train one move.
Some do.
I think you end up in trouble sometimes against somebody that may just be a little bit better in that one area. And if you have a little bit of other options to go with your game, it's better. I mean, it's never a bad thing to have other options. You should be training everything, right?
Definitely.
So if I was him, though, after watching that match, knowing that you just got your hand taken 2 weeks ago, I'd be coming out looking for your hand.
Yeah, I feel like Zurab is probably not a good enough top roller for me to be worried about that. I could be wrong, but I've never seen him top roll. Maybe he has it in in his pocket, but it's not like an average top roller is taking my hand and wrist. You know what I mean? Like Ron Bath will take it. Sandris took it. John took it. That's about it as of recent. So it's not
Isn't that like
like
your last 3 matches?
no. Don't forget about your buddy Brendan,
Oh, that one wasn't a real match.
who couldn't take it if his life depended on it. And he's not a slouch, right? I'm not saying he's a slouch. I'm just saying
No,
I'm not-
you beat him right where he's fucking strong. So, yeah, I didn't think you were going to have that much of an issue with Ron. I didn't think Ron was going to be able to fold your hand back at all.
Yeah, well,
But
when I
Ron's one of
put
those
Ron-
cats that, some days he shows up and he looks good. And then some days he shows up and he looks fucking great.
Well, he told me he was taking me extremely serious. He told me he's coming in at 100%. And when I pulled him last March, he went more inside and sideways, and so I was kind of prepping for that, more inside and sideways. So as you saw, I was just kind of loading here, and I was going to crank over, but he kept taking my wrist and hitting that direction and giving me a lot less to work with. So I wasn't prepared for that from him.
Well, anybody that's ever pulled with you before or watched you pull knows that trying to come in that way is usually the wrong way to go against you.
Yeah.
So I'm not surprised that Ron came at your hand. But
I am, because I haven't seen Ron do very much top rolling.
Not usually.
No.
well, he prefers
Not-
to
not
hook. He's fucking great in there.
Yeah.
But he does have a good hand. Clearly. Yeah, Ron came in with the right game plan and executed it beautifully.
Yeah.
Hats
Hats
off
off
to
to
him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, Timmy,
Yes, sir.
the fuck happened
With what?
with Dave?
I beat him.
Yeah, but I recall somebody telling me once, if somebody tries that King's move shit with me, I'm going to jump straight up into the air and bring all 300 plus pounds down right across their elbow and break their fucking arm in round 1. I might lose that round for a foul, but I'm winning the rest by DQ because they're out.
Did you watch the match?
I did.
It went right to the pad the first 2 hits. Why would I have to do that?
Because you don't like the King's move?
Yeah, but it went right to the pad, straight to the pad.
I was surprised after that it wasn't
What's that?
going right to the pad.
I started playing.
Well, I saw you playing around, just holding out there and let it go. But then there was a couple of times where you drove and it didn't go all the way.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm not going to put any. I'm going to. My whole thing was, why should I put effort into it? It stopped, so I come back to center. And the first time I did it, he didn't even. He was dumbfounded. He didn't know what to do. He stopped pulling almost. He just he didn't expect me to keep pounding on it. Come back.
I was
to center.
actually really impressed with how strong Dave is in that spot.
I mean, I only hit on it a little bit. Come right back to center. Why should I waste myself? I had a whole other tournament to pull afterwards.
How'd you do in that?
I won.
Oh, yeah?
Won the overall. Then we went. Because with the final thing was right left-handed. I can't pull right left-handed. So we pulled basically right-handed. I won that.
Is that what Corey was pulling in there?
Yeah, Corey kind of fumbled up his elbow a little bit left-handed, so he lost.
Because I just saw the one match right after your super match where he had a left-handed match that some dude that just fucking what Pedro real easy got 2 elbow fouls against Corey.
The kid in the red shirt.
I think he had a red hat.
Well, Nick is one of our guys. He's the one that took left-handed. He took
Big
the
dude with a
left-handed
beard.
elbow. Yeah. Yeah.
But he lost to
But,
Corey once.
He did lose once to Corey. Then
On
he came
fouls.
back. He came back and beat him twice.
Right.
Yeah.
I didn't get to see that. I just saw on the PAL live the super match, and then there was that dude and Pedro, and then that dude and Corey.
Well, Corey and Nick pulled first, I believe. I don't know.
The only 2 matches I saw from the day after your super match was
Yeah.
Pedro getting Pedro hits, and Nick just went,
Yeah. Nick's
and then
strong.
he got 2 elbow fouls against Corey.
Yeah, Nick's a pro power lifter, so an accomplished power lifter.
Strong dude.
He's strong, very strong.
Chance, did you see the Dave and Tim match?
I watched a little bit of it, but it was before my match. So
What was it?
yeah, I wasn't like, obviously I was trying to stay focused on that, but
Definitely.
Tim Lewis brought his phone over and showed me. So I watched one round and I was like, yeah, that went about as expected. But you were supposed to pull Wayne, right?
I was supposed to pull Wayne till the promoter brought somebody in that I told I wouldn't work with.
Okay.
That was told. I found out by what tried to go. They had a chat, and I tried to go on the chat. I was blocked. So I'm like, what the
Who
hell's
was
going on?
that?
What's that?
Who was that?
Italian.
Okay. What did he have to do with Wayne?
He had nothing to do with when we started out.
And then
And
as
I
soon as
told
that
him-
became an Italia Promotions, you pulled out.
I pulled out. They were told off the bat that was like one of the conditions I wouldn't work with him. And then, like I said, I tried to go on the chat to figure out what was going on, and I was blocked from the chat. Italia blocked me from the chat. And I got a
Okay.
call from my Canadian buddies who told me what was going on. So I just backed out. I said, I'm not going to fight over it. I'm out. I'll
Yeah.
pull. I
Okay.
got two offers to pull Wayne. So I mean, I'm not really concerned about it.
Yeah.
One in Mississippi, I guess, could do if they want. And then there's a guy the guy that was setting the matches up is not the guy that brought Italia in. So he's going to put on a show somewhere in December. So they're talking about that too.
Yeah, I mean,
either one.
honestly, there's no reason for you to work with Paul if you don't want to. You can get a match with whoever you want, and he doesn't have to be involved. That's my opinion.
We told him right off the bat. I said, that's my only condition, you know. And all of a sudden, the guy that was putting on the seminar with Todd was the one that brought him in, not the promoters of the match.
Okay.
You know, so I kind of felt bad about that. They didn't find out till later on that night. I'm like, hey, the only way to work it out is just go back the way we were. And the other guy wasn't willing to do that, so I'm like, all right, no problem.
Well, every time I have you on the show, Tim, I send an invite to Paul.
He blocked me. He blocked me on Facebook right after he threatened me for 4 hours.
Yeah, but not on Zoom. So anytime I got you on here, I send the link to him just to see if he'll hop in.
Well, yeah, he won't because he can't delete everything.
I know, but for me, I get to sit back and giggle and watch you two have fun.
Oh, I won't argue with him.
Yes,
Yeah,
I didn't argue.
So Paul Italia talked a whole load of crap about me
You?
on Facebook. Yeah, about me on Facebook. And then a few hours go by, he got some hate about it, and then he deletes it and he said, "Oh, sorry, I was drunk." And then the very next day he does it again. So I'm like, what's this guy's problem? So I deleted him on Facebook. And then I saw him a couple months later. He's like, "Hey man, you want to do an interview with me for my channel?" I'm like, no.
No.
Then he messages me a month later. "Hey, you want to do an interview?" No. He messages me like 2 weeks ago. "Hey, you want to do an interview?" It's like, bro, do you not get it? I don't want to do an interview with you. Stop bugging me. Like, you're gonna talk crap about me, not even apologize, and then expect me to go on your channel. Like, not gonna happen.
He's got like small man syndrome or something, man. He just
Chance,
that's
I
the
talk shit about you all the time. I never apologize for shit.
Yeah, but the difference is I know you're a nice guy, Evan.
Don't tell people that shit, man. Fuck.
Yeah.
I tell him that all the time.
Yeah, Paul just
There's a difference.
Yeah.
There's a big difference, you know. It's he that's what I friended him. And he started talking shit about people I knew. I unfriended him. And when Derek set that match up with me and him, I said, "Listen, my only thing I'm not working with Italian." "Oh, he ain't involved." Like, okay, no problem. And then like a week before, all of a sudden I see he's involved. Derek calls me up. "Oh, I didn't know, but I ain't gonna pull out. I got you. You know, too close." And Derek's my friend. You know, I like Derek. So I said, I'll go. I didn't say nothing to the guy all day. I just avoided him. He wanted to take pictures. I walked the other way. So for 7 hours, I'm walking the other way every time he's taking pictures. Then he starts messaging me on Facebook. "Oh, you'd be a man. You'd come talk to me." I'm like, you didn't. I just found out you were mad. I'm like, you just found out? You're that dumb? Come on, dude. I avoided you all day. We took a group picture and I put my face behind Corey. So you couldn't get a picture of my face. Come on, you don't know? And
Yeah.
then he's like, you should have done it. I'm like, who are you? You know, buddy. I got, then he told me he was, if I want to know about his family, I should watch Goodfellas. So I told him, I said, I'll make a couple calls to New York and see who you're really related to. And he didn't like that either. So he was threatening me with PAL.
And is he
He was
related
co-
with those guys or what?
I doubt it. No, my contact says no. And my contact was an associate.
Well, apparently Paulie in the Goodfellas was his grandpa.
Okay. Then why would he change his name?
To Italian
Yeah.
on Facebook, because having that last name brings attention to you.
All right. Well, my contact says he's nobody.
Maybe he is.
No,
I'm not gonna pull up the video because of how that went the last time you got talking about Paul Italia and the Goodfellas.
What'd I say?
Well, that's why I'm not bringing it up. I don't want to talk about it.
I don't remember. I don't remember saying anything bad.
All I could do is sit there and laugh. You're like, wow, Tim, you're a fucking savage dude. But fuck, this is funny.
Well, I mean,
I actually don't have anything against Paul.
well, he's in that chat, he's threatening me. He's like, in a month you're gonna be sorry, and he won't tell me why. And then he mentions Igor's name. So I was like, all right, no problem. I called Igor, and that was the end of Paul Italia being PAL USA. And then he puts on, I'm a rat. I'm like, what? What are you talking about? And then he blocked me. He deleted it all. Whoop. He deleted it all and blocked me.
So he threatened you with Igor. So you gave Igor a call and been like, what the fuck's up with this guy? So now you're a rat.
Yep. I could show you that part of it, but he blocked he blocked me on the rest, and he deleted all the threats. I said, you are a peach, the fuck. But whatever.
There's been a lot of people that have had less positive contact with Paul.
Yeah, like Chance is like the nicest, the politest kid I've ever freaking met.
Chance is a dick and a bully. You hear the way he talks to Jerry?
I kind of laugh. It makes me giggle a little bit. It makes me giggle a lot. But
Chance, did you see Jerry's reactions?
No.
Over the weekend? Or you just
No,
like
and
avoid it? I just took a whooping. I really don't need to fucking have my face rubbed in it anymore.
No.
Deal with that later.
Listen. I don't care. I shouldn't say I don't care, but losing to Ron is not a big deal because Ron's a legend and he's a really nice guy. So it doesn't bother me too much. But I don't really want to deal with all the crap that I've been dealing with on social media, YouTube, Facebook. So I deleted it a little bit ago. So I haven't been keeping up with anything. So no, I haven't seen anything that Jerry said. I don't plan on watching it. There's nothing good to come out of that.
You're right.
I plan on watching it as soon as I find it because I find this shit funny. But you shouldn't feel bad for losing a Ron. Like, it shouldn't bother you. You're taking matches against quality dudes every chance you get.
Top quality.
Losing to top guys should never be a problem. I mean, that's kind of the goal, is to find out exactly where you sit in the pile and then try to work up from there, right?
Yeah.
If you're not pulling the top guys, if you're not taking losses, you're not pulling the right guys.
Right. I mean, right. And I agree. And I mean, it was my goal to try to find out where I am. And I think I have a good idea of where I am. But I mean, I wanted to pull all the legends. I got to pull John. I got to pull Ron. I got to pull Todd. Hopefully one day I'll get to pull Tim. Unfortunately, the timing didn't work out last time, but it'll come in the future. And, it's not like you said, it's not like I'm pulling a bunch of people just to get wins. I'm trying to go after the cream of the crop, and it hasn't worked out, but I'm getting a lot of flack for that. So, it's just time for me to take a break.
From losing from the top guys?
Well, from even pulling with the top guys.
Why?
Well, if you take 3 losses in a row, all of a sudden people just say you're no good. Like, you're competing with the top guys. Like, Devin just lost to LeVon, right? Now, LeVon is undisputed the number 1 guy in the world, right? Like, you'll have a hard time finding anybody that knows anything about arm wrestling that does not say LeVon's the top guy, and by a margin.
Yeah.
Devin just loses to him 6-0, like everybody fucking else that pulls him.
He's washed
And all of a
up.
sudden he sucks too, right? That's
in the
just
same-
how
yeah.
arm wrestling works. You're
He's
only
in
as
the
good
same
as your
fucking
last
I'm in.
match, and if you just lost, you're shit.
Right.
That's arm wrestling fans, though.
Which again is why I got off of everything, because there's no reason for me to read all that.
Oh,
not doing
dude,
anything
learn to love
different.
it. Learn to love it. You want this YouTube to keep working? Learn to love it.
Listen,
No. I'm about over it all.
It's like that thing with friggin' Uncle John. If you look at the picture, it looks bad. If you look at the whole video, it's not bad. If you look at the whole circumstances, it's what he should have done. But you got all these guys on, I ain't gonna mention the arm wrestle discussions, talking shit about it. You know, it's crazy. You know, it's absolutely insane. I don't know.
I myself have brought an awful lot of negative attention onto myself over the years. I don't know why. I'm a nice person, but for
Right.
some reason, sometimes people don't like me, and that's cool.
Your wife's a nice person.
My
Thank
wife
you,
is a nice
Tim.
person. Honey,
I never
you just tried to speak into the camera.
Oops.
The mic's over there.
Well, he got the
leave her alone.
She tried to speak to the camera, not the mic.
What color is her hair now?
Oh, still blonde. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah,
don't
still
show her
blonde. But I don't know where I was. I got all distracted. Her shoulder's
What?
sticking out. It's got me all fired up.
You were talking
Anyways.
about you're bringing negative attention to yourself.
Yeah, negative attention just happens. But I just learned to enjoy it. The harsher somebody says something to me, the funnier I find it. Like, you can't make fun of people all the time and not be able to take it back.
It's hilarious.
Like,
It's
that's
absolutely
why it's so much
hilarious.
fun having Cobra on the show. Because he fucking talks shit. Like one of the very best I've ever heard. You know,
Cobra?
like he's fucking hilarious.
Cobra's hilarious.
Yeah, I love that guy. Even whenever he's always picking on me.
He's been always picking on you.
Yeah.
Wait a minute,
deserve
I'll
it,
tell you
Cole.
what. The last podcast where you had somebody on that whipped something out that shouldn't have
Oh,
was the only time that me and Cobra were like quiet. It got absolutely retarded. Seriously.
yeah, I couldn't believe that happened. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me, man?
I was yelling at you to push the button and you wouldn't push it.
What happened? I missed it.
I think
Jagger's-
Jagger's pulled meat.
Jagger
I think
was
he pulled
ham-
meat. I don't know. I didn't actually see it.
Oh
It
yeah.
looked like he might have pulled a part of like a wrinkly sack out.
Well,
But
that was his vagina.
I don't know. Somebody was telling me he pulled full meat, and that's just fucking
Oh, he
fucked
did.
up, man. That's definitely
What's
one of the things you're not allowed doing on YouTube.
So you just ended and deleted, or what?
No, I
No,
think
we
it's
let him
still
keep
up.
going.
We kept going for another hour. I was drunk as shit. But I didn't see it, so I'm not sure if it actually happened to the point where, like, yeah, that's real bad. I need to go back to cut that out of the stream
You should, just
or
in
blur
case.
it. I don't know how. I don't know how to
After
edit a
it's up.
video that's up.
I mean, it was quick because Lincoln pushed him out of the way. So it was quick, but it was there. So
Fuck. Anyways, a couple of things in the chat I'd like to address. One's a super chat, Macho Man Arm Wrestling Channel. What I don't understand, what you see, Beer Man won't pull me. So,
what?
does anybody know Macho Man? That's Aaron Yeasley.
Aaron Yearsley, yeah.
Yearsley. Yeah, he wants to arm wrestle me, and he's drunk as shit right now, and he's typing in Timmy.
I type very well now.
Yeah, I know, and it's way less fun. Way less fun.
Do you have Corey type for you, Tim?
Nope. I started listen, I get typing and I type so fast. I just type the dumbest shit. And then I post it. I'm like, oh man, I didn't post that all fucked up like that. Now I look at it before I post it and fix it.
Okay.
Proofreads and
I proofread it before I send it. It's kind of hard. You're making a great point and you misspell half of this shit. You're like, oh man.
Yeah,
Because you know you're gonna get some retard's gonna come on. Oh, you misspelled this. Listen, let's stick to the point. You know the point.
I'm gonna
I'm
misspell your fucking face when I see you, you
Yeah.
prick.
Yeah. You should have
Oh,
bet
I thought it
on
was hilarious because he'd literally go on rants. He gets on Pete Milano's fucking the Northeast board fucking page. First thing he does is hit cap locks on and then just button mashes everything he's got to say. He comes out with this paragraph and like he misspells words like to and the.
He's lying. The only caps were, this is not Pete Milano, this is Tim.
Yeah. So
Then
it
I
starts
thought,
off
well,
brackets. This is Tim. Cap locks
this
on. Button smash.
This is Tim.
It was hilarious.
No, I
And
didn't, listen,
there's
I
another
didn't,
chat in here, Chance, that you might be interested in. Douglas Enzer. He keeps asking, saying that he's got $6,000 to put towards a Chance versus Bowen super match if somebody sets it up.
oh,
Set it up. Hey,
that's a
I
lot
can-
of money.
I can make it happen. Listen, most of that $6,000 would have to go to cover either Ryan's travel here or my travel to Australia. But I feel that Ryan probably feels the same way that I do, where we're not necessarily interested in the match. But if someone's putting up serious money, then why not? Let's set it up. You know. So if
Why
you're
the
serious,
fuck not?
if you're serious about it, message me on Instagram or on Facebook, and we'll talk details.
Chance, if you put it as $6,000 to the winner, you don't think Bowen's going to fly over to try to take a chance piece of that?
Maybe he will. I couldn't.
I mean, I would bet
do it,
money that if he put $6,000 to that match and you've got it split 4 and 2 for winner and loser, Ryan will fly out on his own dime to come try to take a shot at that.
Yeah. I mean, why not? Well, I mean, like I said, if he's serious about it, he can message me on Instagram or Facebook and we can figure it out.
Robert Kelly, if the 3 people on this channel had a left-handed round robin, I will definitely be the drunkest one there.
I feel you'd probably win, Evan. I have never seen you pull left, Tim. You don't pull left, right?
I don't pull left.
No.
If
And
you
my
watch
left
me
sucks.
pull, my left sucks.
If somebody puts up like $20,000 and the 3 of us just happen to be in the same room and say, use 3 left-handed, pull for this 20 grand, Tim's probably going to take a shot at it. What's worse
No.
that happens? You don't win?
No,
There's $20,000 on the table and you wouldn't put your arm up. Just fuck it.
because I got no chance of beating either one of you guys left-handed.
My left is not good either, Tim.
Listen, it ain't not good. It's not there. My left doesn't exist.
It's really, really bad.
It's really bad. I've got my left bicep is probably less than half the size of my right forearm.
Wow.
I have Corey has a word for it. There's a word for the muscle deterioration. My left arm. I got no left arm. So
And was it 2018?
Your feet.
I got onto the practice table with Tim after I pulled Daniel Worley. And then we did the whole tournament, and then there's after pulling and shit. Now my arms beat the shit. I had a super match and then pulled a tournament and, you know, whatever. We're just having a few beers, having a good time. And I'm pulling on the after table with Tim. And I'm like, okay, well, switch to left for a second. My right's fucking tired. He's like, I don't pull left. I was like, okay, well, we don't got to pull hard. Just fucking, he's like, no, I only grip up with women. And even them, I asked to go lightly with me. I did convince him to pull left-handed. And he kind of looks at me at one point, and you could see him actually like put a little bit of, and he's like, that's why I don't pull with guys. I'm like, I get it. But look, we could just hang out here and get some blood flow going. We don't got to make a show out of this. Like, we're just hanging out, arm wrestling here. We get some blood moving. I don't have to pull hard every match, especially when you're beat to shit. That recovery stuff is great after an event. Tim is the best guy in the world to pull with left-handed after you just had a war and you can't close your hand. Because it's just closing your hand in the right motion and blood still flows, you know, it gets healing. There's no worried about taxing your arm any further at that point.
I went for 8 years without training my left arm at all. I'd go to the gym and only work my right arm. So that's what happened. So it's shit.
Yeah, so Douglas Enzer said he's going to hit you up on Instagram chats.
Beautiful.
I'll see a notification when he does so.
Well, that'll be fantastic. I hope people put money towards things like that in the future. We get to see some good matches.
Yeah.
Especially whenever my buddies get to make money on it. Why the fuck not?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then there's a super chat from Robert Kelly saying lefty lives matter.
No, they don't.
Well, I disagree. I disagree.
Left is Christian Binney's voice.
Left is Christian Binney's arm.
No, Christian Binney's left arm is pretty good.
Mm.
Well,
That's
so
because his right's not.
I told one of our novice guys in his first tournament down in Atlantic City that left hand was Christian Binney's arm. And then he went and snapped his arm. Third match. And he really wasn't in a bad position. He was a little flop back. This kid was really strong and he kept bouncing off his arm before we could yell at him. Pow. And it was so bad they kept him in New Jersey in the hospital.
Well, I think most people that break their arms in that amateur division, they generally find out that they have low bone density afterwards.
I broke my left arm my first match.
But you've never hurt your right.
Never.
Well, never broken it.
I pulled its connective tissue off. That's it.
You pulled the tendon off the bone, didn't you?
Yeah. I didn't break the tendon or the bone. I just pulled the connective tissue off.
Like it was an avulsion fracture?
No. What? My right?
Yeah.
No, just the white goopy shit that holds a tendon to the bone.
Yeah.
I ripped that off of the bone.
Right. So usually that takes a little chunk of the bone with it.
Nope. Not at all. Just the tissue. Then they cut my tendon off.
So then they cut it off, brought it up.
They cut the whole, they cut 90% of the tendon they cut off.
Was yours the one where they did it for like this, it's the way they do it now, but back then where they drilled right through and attached through?
That was the old way. That was the way if you ain't got it. That's the way if you don't have good insurance, they do it.
Or they just drill it through, pull it through, and screw it on the backside.
That's the way. That's the old way. I was the third guy to have this surgery done. They drill a small hole, they cut the tendon almost all the way off, and they cut little holes around the big hole, and then they weave the cat gut.
Oh yes. That's right.
It's very delicate at first, but it heals much better. You get better function.
Well, it can't go anywhere. It's like
it can.
Tied onto a choker kind of thing. Like it's got to pull there's way too many binding points for it to pull out now.
Well, they
snap again.
Yeah, they never let me for like 2 months. I couldn't even pick up a glass of water. They told me don't touch nothing till it started to actually grab onto it, But
Chance, aren't you looking forward to your first real injury?
Nope.
It sucks.
I feel like I should be at the point where I'm past it.
You're never past it.
Oh,
Devin's been arm wrestling for 40 fucking years and he just tore his bicep.
Yeah, that's a little bit different situation. I'm not going to King's move Levon,
Even if you don't, it tore. Well, Devin it tore on go right up here when he just went into the back pressure before he even dropped open.
I don't think so. That's where it tore.
Yeah, you see it. Watch the match, round 2. As soon as they say go, you can see Devin's face go in surprise, like, oh fuck, what just happened? It was in that big load up right before go.
Yes, but remember that was round 2 after he already tried to King's move round 1. So he could have already started the injury round 1, and then round 2 it just finally gave. So, but again, I'm not going to be King's moving Levon or anything like that. So I don't see that being an issue. I mean, knock on wood, anything can happen, but
when I tore my inside bicep tendon, I wasn't King's moving. It was straight up in the center.
How long were you in the sport?
3 years.
Okay. Yeah, I'm 7 years. I haven't had a single injury, right? So
good luck. Good.
Well, I mean, a little injury in the wrist, but it was very, very small. I haven't had anything serious. So
it happens to everybody at some point. Something's gonna go wrong. You're little too dehydrated. You find yourself in a funny spot. It happens to everybody. Everybody gets hurt at some point. It's
I
just,
hope not.
you learn to arm wrestle a different way until that gets better. And then you end up having a second spot that's really good,
Yeah.
When a lot of guys have one spot, they get a little injury, can't go there. They don't want to stop arm wrestling. So they just learn how to arm wrestle differently for a little bit until that heals. And now they got 2 spots,
Yeah.
So it's not necessarily a bad thing. It just hurts and it sucks.
It's a bad thing.
I don't think it's a good thing.
It's a bad thing.
It's definitely not a good thing. I was just trying to sugarcoat it, because I'm a nice guy for people.
Nope.
No,
That's up.
you
Oh, I hope that's not my internet.
No, I think it's Tim.
Not me.
Well,
Mine's
you were
good.
freezing on my screen, Chance.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
I
was
was
you, Chance.
supposed.
Yeah.
No one froze for me, so must have been
Me
me.
too.
I don't know.
Weird.
I was listening, but
Yeah. Either way,
anyways, hey, Evan, you got anything else for me? If not, I'm gonna hop off for Tim.
Hey, take it easy, brother.
good luck with Zerb, man.
Thank you.
I really hope that he does just come at your arm and leaves your little old hand alone.
Yeah. If he does, I think it'll go well. But we'll see.
Hey, how short is his arm, Chance?
I think so. My arm is not super long, it's pretty average. I think
Yeah.
his arm is about here.
Watch my pull against Baba. The second pull I did against Babayev in China.
Okay.
Just to give you a little, because
How tall is Rustum?
he's short. He got a short arm. It's big, but short.
Okay. Yeah, Zurab is
What?
like 5'8" or 5'9".
Yeah, that's about right. I think
Okay.
he's about 5'7". What's the matter? It's a stupid it's stupid that you don't think about it ahead of time about the guy's arm being so short. What I did.
Yeah.
It's very controlled. It's very simple. You'll see it. You're like, oh shit, and it worked so well with a guy with a short arm.
Okay. I'll
Well,
watch
with a guy
it.
with a short arm, you're going to have to come down in the setup with him, right?
That's all right.
Yeah.
There's no way to
That's
get
not a
him to
problem.
post up because he can't reach you.
That's all right. He does post up. He posts up as hard as he can. You don't have to
So-
post up.
You're going to have to
Okay.
drop down, but obviously you're just going to be dropping through your hand to keep your wrist as high as you can still for that height so you can back out of his hook.
Watch the video.
Yeah.
Just watch the first exact move, and you'll like, oh shit. And it's
Round
so,
two?
the whole thing. The
Okay.
whole thing. It was so simple.
What year was that?
The second
Okay.
time they pulled, that was at the top 8.
Second time we pulled. First time we
Wait.
fouled.
I thought when you guys pulled the second time, it was just six rounds of fouls.
No, first time we pulled, it was in Poland, was 6 rounds of fouls. Both
Oh,
of us.
okay.
Actually, it was probably like 8. It was like 8 or 9 rounds of fouls.
Yeah, that was
Um,
terrible.
China, I pulled him 6. I went 6-0 in China. I pulled him 6-0,
Okay, that's right.
and it was the simplest thing to do. And it's like I said, I thought about it later watching it. It's like shit, that's stupid, but it worked, and it worked. Alex did it in Poland when he pulled Babayev. Not quite the way he was supposed to, but the same simple procedure. It slows
Okay.
everything down too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's a pretty simple thing. You'll see it.
All right. I'll watch that. Thank you, Tim.
Yeah.
All right,
Well,
I'll
good
talk
luck,
to you guys
Chance.
later.
I hope you fucking crush it.
Take it
Thanks,
easy, brother.
But if
I
not,
appreciate
I'm going to make fun of you.
Yeah. All right. I won't see it anyways. See you guys.
All right, see you, buddy.
Take it easy, man.
All right, Tim, I got to pee. I can still hear you. But
Okay.
before I go, there was a super chat from Mr. McPhee. Cheers, boys. Thanks for keeping us entertained. Well, we aim to please. Tim, what's
Yes.
next for you now that you just finished?
I don't know.
No other matches signed?
Oh, the only thing they're looking at Wayne Withers, and I'm not sure if Sean's going to do it, or I think we're going to do it in December, I believe. I don't know. I'd like to pull Derek next, maybe in a couple months.
Derek seems pretty busy right now.
Yeah, I know. I like to see the kid get his glory. I like the kid. He's got a lot of notoriety. I like that. You know, I like the young kid. He's gung ho. You know, he's a good kid. You done yet?
Still working on it. But Derek's got lots of shit coming up, man. I don't think the Derek match is going to happen again for a bit.
That's all right. Sooner or later. I was hoping for the end of the year, but probably not. We'll see. He can't afford to lose to me. He'll lose all his notoriety. Stop playing with it.
Dude, that was like fucking 9 beers that just came out. Relax. Takes a minute. Tim, now that you are home, where is it?
Where's what?
Where is it? There it is. I love how close it is all the time. Man, Canada sucks.
Within reach. Oh, I hate being down. All the freaking crackheads down there in AC. Oh, crazy.
Where were you guys pulling?
Atlantic City.
And that's in New Jersey.
Yeah.
And that's
What is
permit only for carrying?
Oh yeah, no, they're real strict. I can carry 38 states right now. I can carry through the states like New York, New Jersey, as long as I'm going somewhere that I'm permitted.
As long as you're just driving through it on your en route to
But I have-
final
I have-
destination where you're licensed.
Yeah. I have to be going somewhere where I can carry.
So what,
It's
you
like
have to apply for a different permit in different states?
Yeah, some like
Like
I gotta
Texas
use-
doesn't give a fuck. Everybody's just allowed to. Like when you
No.
cross the border into Texas, they just hand you a gun if you don't have a record.
no, you can't open carry without a permit in Texas. I can carry in Texas. So I got a Utah permit, which reciprocates with other states. My state sucks. It don't reciprocate with anybody. So
But you're allowed to carry in your state still.
I have a permit in my state.
You wouldn't live in your state if there.
But my Utah permit allows me to carry in 36 other states.
And
So
then
when I
there's a
get
few
my-
states that are just like
Connecticut.
one-offs. You need to be
Rhode
licensed there and there only.
Massachusetts, Connecticut, Rhode Island's got, I think, 2 others. Once I get my Tennessee, I'll be up to, I think, 38. So some states just reciprocate with, I got an out-of-state permit. Some people just reciprocate with resident permits. So if I was a resident of Utah, I'd probably give me 40 permits, 40 states I could carry. But I get my Tennessee permit pretty soon. My house went up for sale Thursday, so we've got people coming left and right looking at the place already. So we'll see what happens.
Your son's in the chat here. And Corey,
Is he?
I will have your father on as many times as he wants to come on and join me. I love
Tell that
chatting with Timmy.
Tell that little prick that if he touches my trophies again, it's on.
Tim,
Yes,
he's just taking pictures with them to impress his friends.
he stole my trophy.
Well, yeah, to impress people. He doesn't have his own. He has to
He's
win
lucky.
events to get his own trophy.
He is so lucky that trophy was on the desk when I got home, because he was going to pay dearly.
What trophy
Hey.
was it?
It was the overall right hand trophy.
Oh, from like this weekend.
Yeah, I had it in my bag. I bought dinner for everybody, and all of a sudden I didn't realize it. He took it out of my bag and put it in his bag.
Do you
I went up
actually have like a trophy room or?
I used to. 90% of my trophies are packed down in Tennessee right now. I don't have too many here. I
It
got a
took
bunch
you the
of.
whole day to realize I took it. Haha.
No, it didn't take me the whole day. I knew last night when I packed my bags. I was just going to shut up. I was going to start stealing stuff out of his bedroom and see if he noticed that. I was going to put all his stuff away somewhere and just tell, oh,
Oh,
maybe
man.
put my trophy.
I might kick myself in the ass whenever I get like your age or something, and I want to show the great grandkids how many trophies I won when I was young. But I can't stand getting all these trophies at events. Like I usually, if there's like, depending on where the event is, if there's like kids around and stuff, I will usually take my trophies and challenge some kid to an arm wrestling match and then lose the trophies to the kid. So I don't have to carry them home.
That's what Clemmer gives them. Clemmer gives them to the kids. That's what he does.
Well, I got nowhere to put them. I used to come home after every event, but I'd come home with 3 or 4 trophies. You know, I'd win it right, win it left, my classes and the overalls. And then I'd win like most entertaining of the day, most sportsmanlike of the day. Believe that or not, I actually have won that several times.
Wow.
Which is incredible. I'm like, I was being an asshole all day. How did I win most sportsmanlike? I think they just keep giving it to me as like a running joke.
Maybe they'll think. Maybe they think
You know,
you're gonna-
unless you've got some like class act that's out there shaking hands, being super polite with everybody, and they're like, clearly that's the most sportsmanlike dude. Here, they just give it to God. Who's the most sportsmanlike? I don't know. Nobody really stood out. Fuck it. Let's give it to Evan. It's funny. That's probably how it goes. But either way, I used to bring them home, and I got a whack of kids. Like, I don't remember how many, but like 13 and a half or something, or 13 and a quarter. I can't remember. But I'd come home and I'd give one trophy to each kid, and I just keep cycling, like, you know, okay, well, you got the last one, so now it's you, and just keep giving them. Then all my kids' dressers are all full of these trophies. We got nowhere to put them. So the kids are starting to stuff them in their closets. So we ended up just putting them all in boxes and in the basement, and I just give them away. Like,
Well, watch it. See, if you were smart, you'd peel the labels off. Peel all the labels off and make a big board with just the labels on it.
well, we did something like, well, Alan did something like that. And then we used all of his old trophies. We got new plates made for them, and we gave those out at an event.
That's good.
So you don't spend any money on trophies this time. And then you just pick out the coolest trophies, like, okay, that's for this, whatever wins this class, that's for whatever wins this class. And, everybody gets a different trophy. So look, you want the cool one, you better fucking win. Everybody doesn't get the same trophy at our events. And we got a super chat from Z's guitar account. The translators on Ingen's streams are not real translators, or some of the Eastern guys need to work on their personality. It's a bummer seeing them on Ingen's channel and not having anything interesting to say. Well, that's the problem with arm wrestling. It's fucking boring, and most of the dudes in it are fucking boring. That's why I keep having Timmy back on my channel, because everybody else is boring as shit. Tim's at least fucking hilarious.
But I mean, Todd Hutchings has got a pretty dry personality. I mean, he's not. I like the guy. I got to know him well over in Poland with him a couple years back. But he's like real straight and like a dry, flat person. He's not a boisterous person. He doesn't drink beer, a lot of beer. He doesn't.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, but he doesn't get stupid like you do, though.
Yeah, well, I mean, he doesn't drink as much beer as me.
No.
Who does, though? Only guys that are going to get stupid. There's no way you can drink like me and not get stupid.
I had 6 rounds of wine the other day, so I need some cheese. If you watch the match and listen to it, I think the referees got talked into more fouls than I really made. So it was Corey. Did you hear Corey in the background? Holy shit! I'd have got up off the table and punched him in the head if he was talking to me. He had Dave wound up tight. Oh, some of the shit coming out of that kid's mouth, I was laughing my ass off. He's crazy.
Well, that's what makes arm wrestling more fun. Because it really is. It's boring. If you're not a real arm wrestler, where you're watching the ins and outs of the matches, you're noticing these little things that guys are doing. Most people watch an arm wrestling match, and they don't see what we see. Right? Yeah. We're watching these guys fucking around in the setup. We know what they're looking for. You can see what one guy's doing one thing and the other guy's doing another, and it's taking 2 minutes for the setup.
Yeah.
We're enjoying what we're seeing. We're watching those two guys fight it out, playing chess, trying to secure what they need. Yeah. Most people are like, why don't they just close their fucking hands and let the ref say go? Right?
That's me. Close your fucking hand. Let's go.
Right. Until you got some guy fucking around that he wants something, and you're like, well, fuck you. If you want that, I want this. And now you guys fight back and forth.
No.
Every time you open your hand to re-grip after they move, you're participating in it.
No, that's not really.
Well, that's how the rules go. If it's one guy that keeps moving around, he'll get a foul for not taking a grip. But you need to be completely straight. Close your hand. Don't move.
Yeah,
that's the only way the other guy's going to get a foul. If you even open your hand once in that 30 seconds to ref script, it's going to go to ref script, not a foul.
True.
So, and if you ever need to open your hand, obviously it's because you didn't like what you had and you wanted something better in the grip. Even if it's just to try to get closer to fair. Oh, this guy's got 90% of the grip. I only got 10% here. Fuck this. Okay, now I got 35. I'll say go with this. But even that, you're trying to get closer to fair. You're still fucking around because you weren't comfortable with what you had.
I mean, if it's that bad, I'll just slip going to strap. There's no big deal with that.
Or fuck around back and go to ref grip where they can try to get as close to 50-50 as you can. It's part of the game. But it makes it boring for not avid fans or the guys that are looking for all of the ins and outs and what people are fighting for. That stuff interests me, but it will not interest some casual dude. You grab some guy off the street, be like, hey, give me 2 minutes of your time. I want your opinion on a video. And if they don't ever watch arm wrestling and you show them an arm wrestling match where it's Devin fucking around for 3 minutes, and if you have the audio off and you can't hear any fun banter, it's like, what the fuck? I don't want to watch this. There's no way I'm watching another fucking arm wrestling match if it's 3 minutes of that and then he gets whacked in a second. Nobody wants to see it. It's boring for people.
True.
When you've got, even if it's somebody like Corey in the background yelling and razzing,
Oh, he was
there's
terrible.
something fun and entertaining about it. We don't mind watching more setup to hear what that dude's going to say next.
Oh,
Which is really why I do what I do.
Oh, he got super. He got towards Evan Bourget. It was bad. I was trying not to laugh. He was being terrible.
It's amazing.
Ugh.
It's what you should be doing if you want people to watch. It's entertaining. That's why I do what I do. I'm not that actually bad to set up. You know, Worley was being a bit of a dick that day.
That was bad.
But it wasn't me. That was that guy. You know, I'm just talking to everybody. So it seems like it's me fucking around, but I didn't care. I was so goddamn strong. It didn't matter. But I'm putting on that show so people don't get bored when you're watching. Look, we're going to go that full 60 seconds to ref script most times anyways. At least if the fans are entertained during that, because I'm saying stupid shit, it's not boring, right? You want to see what's going to happen. There's some buildup before that go. You know?
True.
For me, that's the way I do it.
I don't like anybody seeing my emotions. I don't like anybody seeing if I'm upset. I don't like anybody seeing I'm pissed. You ain't get nothing. You don't even get I want to be there. Nothing.
Well, you can't tell what emotions are running through my mind because I don't even fucking know. I'm half fucking pinned and don't give a shit. But I am complaining about something or calling somebody an idiot. I'm having a fun time. I enjoy being up there.
I'm having a blast. These guys, listen, I've had guys, seriously, that wouldn't arm wrestle me because I make them look stupid because I'm just so emotionless. I don't even show any strain when I'm pulling. I could be full out 100% and I don't show nothing. Nada. You don't get nothing out of me. I'm not going to give you an edge anytime.
Well, if you feel that it would be giving somebody an advantage to show anything,
I do.
The way I do it gives nobody anything. Because it's the same every time.
Listen, if you do that to somebody like Earl Wilson, he'll rip your lungs out.
I will never do that to Earl Wilson for two reasons. One, I have a ton of respect for the guy.
Yes, very
much. Both on and off the table.
Yep.
Plus, I mean, there was an incident over in Italy where he had my buddy's back and even his teammates didn't. So, you know, big props to fucking Big Earl.
Well, when I pulled Earl for the belt, for the UAC belt.
UAC belt.
Yeah, that was Scott McInnes. I think we did like 5 or 6 defenses. Mike had it first, then Earl had it, then I had it for the last till the end.
Was that part of that like 4-way thing?
No, that wasn't Scott. Scott did at UAC. We did it in Nova Scotia. I pulled Hollywood down in Connecticut. I pulled Ryan Espy somewhere in Canada, probably somewhere in Nova Scotia. I pulled Earl in Nova Scotia. He did a lightweight battle. He gave away a couple grand.
If you pulled Earl in Nova Scotia, that'd be on Arm Sport Videos.
It is definitely on Arm Sport Videos.
And I have seen every fucking video on Arm Sport Videos.
Apparently you haven't, because that was put on. That was definitely put on by Scott.
It may have been back whenever I was still really new in the sport and didn't know you yet.
Could have been.
Because I went through every single video on that website.
Yeah.
And like it changes color from blue to purple once you've seen it.
Yeah.
So I know I've seen every fucking video on that website.
Then you're drunk.
So I had to have seen it.
That was me and Earl. 5 rounds.
But I'm definitely going to go look that up again. I'll make sure I send it to Devin's Farm so he can link it in the chat the next time.
It was.
But I don't recall that.
Yeah. So I did 6-0.
6-0? What year?
They went.
Not 2002.
No. I wasn't even arm wrestling 2002.
But motherfucker Earl was.
2009, 2008, 2009. Somewhere around there. The UAC title.
I'm going to have to check that out.
UAC 3.
Okay, so back to the story. When you pull Earl there,
Okay, so about the third round, they're looking at me and they're like, "You got to get Earl wound up." I'm like, "No, get Earl wound up. He'll break his own arm to win."
or he might
he's
just
not-
pick you up and eat you.
That's a possibility.
Then, man, Earl's a fucking ogre.
I said, "All you guys, shut up. Don't get Earl wound up. Nice and calm. That's why we like him." So we were in Italy. Earl was vicious in Italy. He actually beat me. He beat me the first round in the Masters in Italy. He actually tore my fucking brachialis. He tore up my arm big time. So we're in the bus on the way back to the hotel. I think it was his wife. He's married, right? It was a girlfriend. Is his wife or his girlfriend?
He was. I don't know if he still is.
Pretty little girl. So I said to her, I said, "Hey, how's it like to be married to a Cro-Magnon man? Or like Neanderthal?" It's like, because Earl's definitely a throwback. He is monstrous. And Earl looked at me and looked at her, and she's like, "You know, you're right." Earl couldn't say that. It was good. He still backed me up the next day, so it was good.
Oh, he was just looking for a way to get all that anger out from the night
Oh,
before.
dude, that was bad. Could have been real bad. The whole Hungarian team against the whole Canadian team, that would have been bad.
I feel bad for Hungary if fucking Earl goes nuts.
Oh, he was like I said to the guy, I'm like, "Hey, go get Earl." He's like, he starts laughing. He's like, "Turn around." Earl's pacing in front of the stage. I'm like, "Okay, thank you."
And he's like a lot of people use that nickname, the Silverback, but I mean, Earl really is like a fucking gorilla. He will grab somebody and just pull their arm right off.
Oh,
if
he
you
will.
wind him up too far.
That's why, like I said to them guys, I was yelling at him, "Shut up, leave him alone, don't wind him up. Let's keep Earl calm." You know?
So there's a lot of guys I like to get angry just
Not
because
Earl.
you're more likely to make a mistake if you're angry, right?
Yes.
If you make a mistake, it's a lot
So
easier for me to take advantage of.
Wait. So now you're saying that what you do doesn't affect anybody, but what you do does affect them. You wind them up so they make mistakes.
No, I didn't say what I do doesn't affect them. I said you'll never get them. You'll never know what I'm thinking because I'm doing the same shit all the time.
But the reason I don't show emotion is for the same reason you do. So you're fighting me, right?
Right. So you get into this spot out here and you're sitting there stone faced, and they're like, "Is this guy even trying?"
Yep.
But I'm sitting there at like 99% effort and having a conversation with him, like, "It's not going, bud. It's not going." I talked him into giving up, and you sit there quietly until they're like, "Fuck, is he even trying right now?" Yep. We're getting the same result, but I'm not boring.
Yeah, I'm ranked higher than you are.
Well, yeah, you're better at arm wrestling than me, and you're fucking a lot stronger. You also got 100 fucking pounds on me.
I'm also 80 years old.
No, you're not. You're 73. Fuck, don't lie to my fans.
I don't know.
But Earl is definitely an exception. I do not want to piss that guy off. There's a few guys that I don't want to elevate that testosterone level or give them that adrenaline rush. Because Earl is one of those guys, like, you see, like, a mother will lift a fucking car because it's going to run over her child, right?
Earl will chew the tires up.
If you give him a tenth of a second of disrespect, like, fucking gone. And all of a sudden he's lifted a car, except it's not a car, he's tied to your arm. And that sucks. Don't do it to Earl. Earl, I try to talk him down every time. It's like, "Hey, Earl, I'm putting on a bit of show for the fans. Please don't hurt me." This guy's got nothing. "Earl, please don't kill me."
Yeah, Earl's a step above most. He's a great arm wrestler.
Yeah. Wow. And he's an awesome fucking dude.
Oh, he's great. Love him. Love him to death.
His daughter's a fucking badass too.
Is she?
Sarah?
I don't think I've ever seen her.
I think she's pulling. She just crushed everybody at nationals. I don't think she's lost a match in like 3 or 4 years. She's pulling Heidi Cordner in 5 weeks.
She beat Heidi?
She's beaten Heidi. I think she's got the winning record left. Really? She has got wins right. But I mean, Sarah just started getting really good in the last few years.
Shit.
She's always been awesome, but I mean, like, she stepped it up in the last couple of years.
Once you get it, that's the problem. Figuring out arm wrestling is a hard thing.
Well, Earl started arm wrestling at 34.
38.
Sarah's not even 34 yet, I don't think. So
Yeah.
she's just coming into it basically still.
Yeah. Well, so we started Corey at like 10 years old.
Check Sarah out on Facebook. There was
I
just
will.
a big
will.
newspaper thing, I think. I think it was a newspaper write-up.
I probably saw it, just didn't realize it was Earl's daughter.
Yeah, where it got posted
Yeah.
where she was saying she just wants to be as good as her dad was.
That's a big bite.
Yeah.
That's a huge bite.
And millions of people can try to get to that level, and very few will ever do
Yeah.
it.
Well,
That's-
Earl, like I said, Earl's a step above. He's just,
Wow, it's fucking legendary. Like, dude's a fucking animal.
yeah.
But Sarah is going to be pulling Heidi in 5 weeks. Also, Matt Mask is going to be pulling Lars Rohrbachen.
Who's that?
Lars, big Scandinavian dude, huge flop wrist press. Matt and Lars pulled before at Arm Wars, where Lars won.
That's not a good match for Matt. A flop wrist pull is not a good match for Matt.
I mean, it's not Jerry, but
It's still not a good match.
yeah,
Not the way he pulls.
stylistically, you're right. But I mean, Mask has gotten a lot better since the Arm Wars days of old.
I hope his style. I hope he changes up to something a little bit different, with especially a flop wrist puller. You have to.
Well, I mean, just if you're fast enough and you can get it out of their shoulder before their shoulder gets over it, you're in good spot.
Except Jerry.
Well, except Jerry. Jerry's a fucking freak, man.
Yeah.
Like, he is.
Jerry's
He is
not-
extremely talented at a very weird thing,
Yeah.
but it works for him. So good. So Lars is pulling Matt. Sarah is pulling Heidi Cordner.
Oh, is that north?
We are the North.
Yeah.
Mike Gould is, I can't remember the guy's name that Mike's pulling.
Mike looked like he lost some weight.
I think he's 280, 290.
Is he that big?
Yeah.
He didn't
Well, he was
look- maybe I get-
330 when he pulled Lupkus.
Maybe it was just a bad picture. I don't know. He didn't look. He looked small.
Well, he wasn't wearing his platforms.
That could be.
And Alex Kerdeka is pulling Rick Heidebrecht.
In Canada?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
That's a tough one for Rick, man. I
Yeah.
like Rick, and Rick's a big boy. Like, he's 6'7", 270.
that might see that right there. Might hurt Alex. Alex not used to pulling a guy with an arm that long.
Or that tall, yeah.
Yeah,
He's
Well,
used
taller
to
than-
being,
taller than he is. You know, Alex is a big man.
I think they're the same height. They're both 6'7".
Are they?
I think so. I could be wrong, but I think they're both 6'7". Alex is definitely the bigger one,
Yeah.
and he's definitely the higher on the world rankings.
Alex is a powerhouse.
He's a strong fucking dude.
Alex is a powerhouse. I
I
think,
hope Rick can do something.
Yeah. If Alex had like the people to train with to get him a little more technical.
Yeah.
I think Alex could be up towards top
I've
3.
seen Rick have problems with King's moves when, like, Pork Chop did it.
Okay.
Alex gave Chafee a problem with his King's move.
I didn't see how Alex gave Chafee a king move.
Yeah.
I missed that one.
Well, Alex tried to traditionally arm wrestle Dave Chafee, which is generally a bad idea for anybody,
Yeah.
right? Except for Levon. That's the only guy I've ever seen just, like, deal with Dave center table easily, right? Everybody else, you try to deal with Dave right here, you're in trouble. So Dave took Alex over, and when Alex started losing, he dropped, and it hung Dave up. Now, Alex got tired, and Dave kind of walked away with it after that, but he was hanging Dave up with the King's move. So if Rick's having problems with King's move, now I know Pork Chop is fucking strong, but he's not Dave Chafee strong,
No.
right?
No.
So if Rick has a hard time with King's moves from Pork Chop, even if Alex can't win straight up, which I believe he can, he still has that King's move option that Rick seems to have a problem with. Rick's never beaten George.
Dealing with the Kings. Yeah, but George doesn't have a traditional Kings move.
George
did a lot
has the original King's move.
not traditionally what they're calling King's move.
Well,
George-
then they need to change the definition of traditional because George is the motherfucking man that did it.
Yeah, but now he's staying more in the middle. He's not dropping real low though.
Yeah, but his arm only comes to here now.
Yeah, but say George can
You'll
stay in the
never
middle
see
of the-
George standing around with his arm just like this. He's always got a beer in his hand. He's not even drinking it. He's just standing there because he looks weird standing there like this with nothing in his hand. His arm does not fucking open.
It does.
Not very far.
Well, he
Like,
just doesn't go under the table. He's still.
We can't.
Oh,
If his body drops below the table, it is definitely on winning side because his arm will not open that far. Now, the thing is with his King's move, if you get it as far open as it can possibly go, he's going to stand up and let it go because his arm will break.
could be.
He's very, very strong right before it actually hits onto where the bones don't move anymore.
Yeah.
And anybody that does the King's move, like Devin's elbow opens fairly well compared to Mike or George, right?
Yeah.
So Devin has to drop really fucking low to really get there. But it's right before you're at max is where you really hit all of that extension when you're doing it. So the worse your elbow is, the better you are at doing it and the higher you can stand up.
True.
But George is a strong little old dude, man.
He's very strong.
I've pulled with him in a hook. Obviously, his hook's not his King's move. His King's move is, but his hook is awesome for a little old man. He is crazy fucking strong.
Yeah, he is. Tired tonight, brother.
I actually have Alex and Rick coming on the show on Tuesday.
Really? That'll be a good show. That'd be a great show.
Yeah, so Magda, the chick running the event there.
Yeah.
Have you ever met Magda?
I might have. I don't know.
Oh, you'd love her.
forget.
She's hilarious. Crazy Polish chick.
Okay.
Loves vodka.
Oh, I love vodka.
So she asked me, she's like, hey, do you think you could have these two guys on your show, do a little bit of promotion for the event? Like, absolutely. I would love to have Alex and Rick on the show. So they're coming in on Tuesday. But before you go, I know you're tired. Devin's forearm made sure, he said, please let Tim be aware that Texas is now constitutional carry, including long blades.
It is.
So you don't need a permit in Texas.
You do for residents. It's constitutional carry for residents.
So non-residents.
That doesn't count for non-residents.
Gotcha.
Unless they got it different in every other state. As far as I know, all like Tennessee went to constitutional carry for residents. So
Yeah, you don't live there, you need a license.
Yeah, it don't count.
No
Maine's the
visitor.
same way. If you live in Maine, you can carry open without a permit.
Canada's like that, except you're not allowed carrying no matter what.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Australia, they took everybody's guns.
Yeah, well, I mean, they were looking like it was a really great place to live recently, though.
Really?
No.
Then they can lock you in the fucking house. You can't do a damn thing about it.
That's why they should never be allowed to take your guns.
They're not taking our guns.
The first
Never.
time they say, we want to take all of your guns, that's when the people should say, no, we have these guns for a reason. Try to take them.
Well, that's why the Democrats in this country are trying to take them a little bit. They're trying to take a bite every, many times they can.
Probably, they'll start with the ARs and work on from there. Because
they've already started. My state sucks. We got fucking magazine things. We got AR freaking bans.
oh man, we've got such ridiculous gun laws here, man. Like, you can't take the plug out of a shotgun.
Why?
Unless you're at a range. For competition and range shooting, you can, but hunting, even hunting.
You can't take, even like in my state, you can't take the plug out. You can only have 3 rounds.
When you're hunting.
Hunting.
Why?
Well, so the only thing you can
I
hunt
got a
upstate-
flock of fucking geese flying down on me.
Yeah, you better be able to load quick. You can only shoot
That's
2.
the reason for you having the gun is hunting. Why
Yeah,
the
you can only
fuck am I not allowed to use it for hunting?
You can only shoot 2 geese
Who?
in Connecticut.
Maybe you, round eyes.
2 a day.
I'm native. I can do what I want.
Native of what?
What do you mean?
You're native what?
I'm Algonquin.
Oh, Jesus. Was that some Canadian friggin' tribe?
Yes.
You
Where
don't
I'm
look Algonquin.
from?
You don't look Algonquin.
What is it? The full beard or the bald head or the blue eyes?
Yeah. You look more like Norway.
That's cool. I'd like to be a Viking. I'm kind of Viking-ish.
Yeah, it could be.
No, my grandma was native.
We're Celtic.
Celtic.
So throw spears at them and use your bow and arrow.
So I got a grandmother on one side that was native and a grandmother on the other side that was Irish.
Well, I'm pretty much full-blooded Irish, except for my mother's side. There is a full-blooded Mohegan Indian, and we can't find her in our friggin' ancestry.
Really?
Nope. Only person in the ancestry we can't find is the one that can make us money.
Wow. Terrible.
Yeah, it is. It is, since we got one of the biggest casinos in the world.
Couple of them.
Yep.
Which one were we at? The Mohegan Sun.
Mohegan. Oh, you know, mashing tuckets? It's terrible. It's all busted up and terrible.
That's not the one we were at.
No, we were at Mohegan.
Okay, what's the biggest one?
I believe Mohegan.
That's a big casino?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. That's
Is there like a bunch of it that I didn't get to see?
Possible. There's even an underground bowling alley now.
Fuck, I went in there and it was like one big open room with a bunch of slots and shit. And then we go up to the side room where we arm wrestled.
Side room, we arm wrestled right in the middle. Yeah, we did. When did you arm wrestle there? Oh, no. You when did you arm wrestle there? For what show?
I was supposed to arm wrestle. You were reffing. I was wearing the furry pants. It was the first time we met.
That was Rhode Island, you dumbass.
Okay, what fucking was that? What casino was that?
The Three Rivers something.
Well, that doesn't sound very cool.
That's not the Mohegan. That's like one room in the Mohegans.
Okay, so we were supposed to be at the Mohegan Sun for that one, and it got switched to Rhode Island. That's why I got that shitty hotel room. And
maybe.
Oh man, there was a fucking mushroom this big in my shower in that room.
That
cigarette burns in the mattresses. It was terrible.
Really? You could fit that whole casino in one of the conference rooms at Mohegan Sun, or even the entryway to the conference rooms. You could fit it in there.
Then yeah, it definitely wasn't the fucking Mohegan.
No. That was Rhode Island.
Yeah.
The Mohegans, we were in the conference room, or we were the first one when we did it for ESPN was in the center of the old casino.
Okay, I wasn't at that one then.
No, that was probably before you 06 maybe.
That's way before me. Yeah.
Yeah, that's when I had my left arm was broken at the first tournament.
Who is this?
I don't know.
Who's Rebecca
Allen?
Hi, Rebecca.
Hey, how are you, sweetie?
I missed you, Rebecca.
Hey, you know I love you.
What's up, Cobra?
Hey, what up, big brother Tim?
How you doing, man?
Slow motion, just home from a nice little workout. And excited to see you boys breathing.
Yeah, I just got home. I got home a couple hours ago from
Nice. I'm gonna whip myself up a little libation, go kiss the kitties night, and then come back and stick pitchforks into everything about Evan.
Okay.
All
right, brother.
normal. Yeah.
I'll catch up with you.
Yeah.
Bye.
Listen, if I don't get off before he gets back on, I ain't never gonna get off.
That sounded rather sexual.
It did, didn't it? Listen, you should have been driving with me in Milano today on the way back from Atlantic City. You'd have been in you'd have been stuck in one of the great stories. It was beautiful.
Oh, Pete's hilarious. He looked fucking
No.
absolutely dumbfounded when he was like, when I told him I didn't know who he was.
We had a little get together on the way home. Some entitled asshole. We had to hightail it out of New Jersey.
Man, I want to hear this story. Is it allowed to be told on YouTube?
Not yet.
Not yet.
There might still be police. There might still be police involvement.
We got to at least wait for the statute of limitations to expire.
We have to wait a little bit. Oh God, I hate
What's
it.
the coolest story that you could tell me legally on YouTube?
I don't know. There's a lot of stories. I don't know.
Like one of the most badass ones. Say necessarily not something that you did personally, but something you were there to see. And as long as you don't put any names, I think it's legal.
All right, Cobra Roads. We're at Arm Wars. We're in the room discussing rules.
Is this
Cobra
the
was-
dick story?
Yeah, oh, yeah, I already told that one. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Alan Ford was there.
That was the funniest thing I ever saw.
So you can go
Okay.
ahead and tell it again for any of the fans that weren't here.
So we're all
gotta
sitting in
pee
his
again.
room. We're sitting in his room. Cobra's stoned out of his gourd. And Neil Pickup's talking about the rules, and Cobra raises his hand. Neil says, "Yes, Andrew." Cobra stands up and says, "I just want you boys to know I have a really big dick." And Neil Pickup stood there with his mouth wide open and couldn't say a word. He said, "Thank you, Andrew." Then Cobra's like, "No, I'm really serious. I got a really big dick." And then he sat down. And that was just like the end of it. It was beautiful. Funniest thing I ever fucking saw.
Hey,
Where the
guys,
fuck are you?
Guys, I just want you to know I got a really big dick.
Yeah, I heard. That's why your old lady has to have girlfriends. You don't have a very big bladder. You piss every 2 seconds. The fuck are you doing?
Peeing.
I don't like being alone.
Oh, well, fuck, man. I put the piss bucket right beside me so I didn't have to fuck off for long.
Why don't
But,
you just put it under the desk so you can keep talking?
oh, well, I got a jug.
Yeah, but when I go into the bathroom, I take you with me. You don't even
I
know
mean,
it.
I just sit here and I like, normally I wear shorts when I'm doing this so that I could just like hanging out one like pant leg short and pee right into the jug and nobody even knows I'm peeing.
So they're like girl shorts, real short.
No, I just roll them up. The sweat
Oh,
shorts,
okay.
you know? So like I sit down there at my, covering my kneecaps, but I just roll them up so I can fit my little wiener out and into the bottle.
So how'd you like that match with me and Dave?
I was really surprised that you had any type of problem with him at all.
I didn't.
Well, not what I saw.
What'd you see? What'd you see a problem?
By the later rounds, like obviously round 1 and 2, it was like butter.
Yeah.
But then in the later rounds, you'll hold back and just hold them. You go, it didn't go, and then you just stand up and stand there and wait. But every time you went and it stopped, I was really surprised that Dave was able to get the stop on you. So I'm thinking either you're not at your top or Dave has leveled up significantly. Because
You
the
didn't
best
see the-
version of Dave and the best version of Tim, that doesn't stop.
You didn't see the last round?
Yeah?
I went all the way to his pin pad
Yeah.
and then come right straight across the table.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he got stops in the match, is what I'm saying. You started moving forward and it didn't go all the way.
Yeah, but I didn't choose. The problem is I didn't choose to keep hammering on it because I didn't want to wear my arm out.
Right. I'm not saying keep hammering on it. You shouldn't need to keep hammering on it. Normally, I would have thought you could just slow pull easily right through him.
That one, guys, sometimes the guy gets in a good king's move. No, it happens.
And well, obviously his King's move's getting better. He gave when he pulled Wayne Withers, I don't think Wayne pinned him. I think he lost every round on fouls.
But that's been happening for 10 or 15 years, though.
Yeah, well, Dave fucking fouls a lot. But
Yeah.
he was hanging up Wayne Withers. So, he's getting better with it.
He's got a good king's move.
I didn't think
decent.
it would have been enough to hold you.
Yeah. I don't know. He wanted to go to straps. I went to straps with him, and it was a little stickier. So just
And
why
how are you
fight it?
not upset when he dropped to a knee?
It's not against the rules.
It's not.
No, we checked on it.
Well, the rule is 1 foot must be on the floor to start the match.
Yep. Don't say anything about your knee.
Even if the rule is 2 feet must be on the floor to start the match,
Yeah.
which it's not, but even if it was, he was on one knee for sure, but his foot was still on the floor. His foot wasn't in the air.
That's why it was legal.
Well, he only needs to have the 1 foot on the floor for it to be legal. It doesn't matter which one.
That's what I'm saying. That's why it was legal for him to do
I'm
that.
just surprised you didn't find it like weird and disrespectful.
Well, Corey started talking about porn. I don't want to say what Corey said, but Corey started talking about porn between me and Dave with Dave down on his knees. I couldn't believe he did it. It was pretty disrespectful.
Oh, Cobra says way worse than that live right here on the air.
Well, anyways, you got the picture. Corey was fucking slamming. It was crazy.
Slamming
Probably.
like you did to that Paul Italia cutout.
That was funny. That was funny. You didn't like that?
I thought it was fucking hilarious.
Oh,
Rude as shit.
all those people on the that one message board, they didn't like it. They were all up in arms. Well, some of the foreign guys, I thought he was a good guy. Who cares what you think? You know, whatever.
We're talking about you?
Yeah,
That you're not a good guy?
I guess not.
Really?
I talked to Paul. He's a good dude. That was disrespectful. Yeah, you're right. It was definitely disrespectful. Of course it was.
I think you're a great dude. It was definitely disrespectful, though.
No, it was definitely disrespectful.
But I mean, it was done intentionally to be
Oh, yeah.
disrespectful.
It was definitely done to be disrespectful. That was crazy. So
When two guys got a problem, they can sort it out their own goddamn way, however they see fit. They're fucking grown ass men. They can do what they want.
well, I ain't got a problem. I don't deal with it. That's my way of dealing with it. I don't deal with it.
I'd
You
like
know?
to see you guys deal with it. I would love to have
All right.
you guys have this conversation right here on the air on my channel.
How many times have I been on your show?
I send him the link every time. Now that's only for my own personal selfish interest because
But what are we gonna solve?
hopefully nothing.
He's not gonna say the shit he says in private that he deletes.
Maybe that's why he won't come on the air because he knows he will.
Yep. But if he says it, then he can't delete it.
It's
That's
true.
kind of a coward move, isn't it? If you say
Your
something,
words,
leave it
not
out there.
mine.
Huh?
Your words, not mine.
Why? What would you say it is?
He has a temper issue.
Yeah, but if you're going to say something to wind somebody up and to disrespect somebody, you should leave it out there or apologize, not take it down so nobody can see it.
I suppose if you ever want to take it back, you should be apologizing for it. Yeah.
I mean, you can do that in private if you want, but if you can't just,
Well, if you say it in private, you should do it in private. If you do it publicly, you should do it publicly.
I mean, it doesn't really matter.
Wherever
but
the
you don't-
disrespect happened, if it was in a private conversation,
Yeah.
that apology should be privately done. If you do it in a public forum, then the apology should be done in a public forum as well.
I mean, okay, but nothing should be deleted.
Some things are better off to be deleted, for
No,
legal
no.
reasons.
if you're going to say, well, that's different. If you're going to say something, be proud of what you said.
I mean, hypothetically, if he were to think you're a rat, he wouldn't want to leave incriminating evidence in your conversation.
Well, but there's nothing incriminating. He just got pissed because he lost friggin' PAL USA.
I don't even know why you guys originally had your first argument.
I told you.
I
We didn't
know,
have an
but
argument.
I'm always drunk.
We didn't have an argument. He disrespected people I knew, so I deleted him on Facebook.
So just out of nowhere, he's freaked out on you.
Well, no, he got into it with somebody, a friend of mine on open Facebook, said some pretty disrespectful things.
Which friend?
One of them was Tom Nelson.
You're friends with Tom?
Yeah.
Oh, that guy's such a fucking idiot.
Yeah, he is.
Okay. As long as you know.
He is. But he's still my friend. But it wasn't it's just the fact of what he was saying to a seasoned fellow arm wrestler.
Well, I
You know
don't
what I mean?
think how experienced you are at arm wrestling or how good you were or are should have anything to do with how a conversation goes. I mean, two men talk to each other. Look, Tim, I know we get along and we can fucking say whatever we want to each other. We're fine. But you might
Some-
whoop my ass in arm wrestling, and I'm willing to admit that for sure, because it same thing as like me trying to challenge your left. Your right will fucking crush me. My left gonna crush yours.
Yeah,
But if either one of us were able to cross the line to treat the other guy like we're all men first.
but listen, you don't come into the sport and start waving around like you're some big tough guy.
Okay.
It's a lot. I had the same problem with Scott Mendelson. Me and Scott are friends now. He come into the sport disrespecting everybody that he was going to whoop everybody's ass. Listen, he's a great bench presser. But you're coming into my sport,
Definitely a great bench presser.
yeah. But you're coming into my sport and you're disrespecting everybody, all the champions of my sport, and you expect us to like you?
Ah, I don't mind Scott. I like Scott.
No, me and
First time
Scott
I
are
ever
friends.
met Scott.
Me and Scott are friends now.
First time I ever met Scott Mendelson was at Devin's house. Now, this is the first time I'd ever tried using an anabolic steroid.
What'd you do? Drink his pee?
No pee drinking then.
Okay, no pee drinking.
I tried using Trembolone just to see what it did.
Wait a minute. Wait. That's like going from fucking baby tit milk to fucking pure grain alcohol.
Yeah, rocket fuel.
That's like the worst steroid that they make.
Well, for arm wrestling, it's possibly really bad for you because the way it dries your joints out.
No. Do you know what that is?
Yes,
What is it?
I
What's
do
it used
now,
for?
but I didn't then. Is the
What is
problem?
it used for? What is that used for? Do you know?
Well, usually in powerlifting to get
No.
strong as fuck.
What is it really used for?
Like the original use?
Yeah. Well, no, but they still use it for.
Enlighten me.
I can buy the base for Trembolone in my farm books.
For horses.
No, for cows.
Okay.
So when you take an old cow, she's all bony and used up.
You want to beef her up before the slaughter.
They could take the Trembolone, they inject it under the skin, and very quickly, that old bony cow becomes as muscular as a bull.
Which is great if you want to make a bunch of burger.
Well, that's all you can do. But you take an old cow to
Well, it's
kick
better
it.
than having a bony cow that's got no burger meat left on it.
Yeah, but that's not something you should be sticking in your body.
Like I said, this was a long time ago. I didn't know what it really was. I just knew this stuff makes people really strong. So I'm like, fuck, look, I've been on TRT, like just testosterone, for well over a decade now, right?
Really?
Yeah, I stopped making testosterone at like 25 when I had my first kid. My testosterone levels dropped right to the floor. No 25-year-old should ever have the testosterone levels of a 90-year-old man. And it changed my life, how I was living. So as soon as I started using the testosterone, medically prescribed,
Yep.
life is way fucking better.
Yep.
I will never stop using my TRT ever.
Well, they wouldn't give it to me.
I also found out that because I'm on that, it is far safer for me to just try out something. Because I don't have to worry about shutting down my natural production. It's already fucked.
That's really not going to shut you down. It does a lot.
Right. But the biggest side effect of using steroids is what it does to your body when you come off of them.
Okay.
And those side effects aren't going to be present with me being permanently on TRT. So I tried it. And I got strong as fuck.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
I couldn't feel anybody else I was arm wrestling against. Like, I thought everybody was joking. They're trying as hard as they can, and it feels like I'm arm wrestling a 10-year-old.
Yeah.
Including Devin.
Okay.
I was at Devin's house. Now, this is only left hand that we were arm wrestling. My right wrist was all fucked up, and I was really babying it because I had a match coming up. So I wasn't pushing the right very hard. left-handed. My wrist was pretty fucked up at the time, so I was only hooking. So I lined up at this practice, Devin, Mike Gould, Ian Carnegie, and just hold them one after another. And they're giving her shit. And I can't tell if they're trying or not. I thought it was in the fucking Truman Show where it's all a big joke that everybody knows about except me.
Cobra's back.
He is. So I know the shit works, but it dries your joints out, and I ended up tearing my shoulder.
It kills you. That stuff is so bad.
Yeah. I would never suggest anybody in arm wrestling to ever use trenbolone.
Nobody should use trembolone. It's so bad. It's
a bad idea. But so Scott Mendelson, this is the first night I ever met him, right? So I'm holding Devin like that, and he's shaking, giving her, trying to, my arm's not moving at all. And I thought it was a little funny. I was like, hey, Devin, how does it feel not to be the strongest guy in the room? And Scott waddles over. Actually, that's me.
Yeah.
Not in arm wrestling, it isn't.
Yes, I mean, but that just Scott learned though that he's great. He's a great power lifter, but he humbled out a little bit, which is good,
Well, Travis letting him win that exhibition match,
that was bad.
Scott believed that was real.
Yeah, it was bad. I know he did. That was bad. Well, he's not a hanger. So me and Vaz are friends, and Scott and Vaz got a good friends. So that's how shit got patched up between me and Scott.
Oh, Scott's not a bad dude.
No, he's not.
He just didn't get a lot of the things in arm wrestling,
He did.
Yeah.
But that's the same. But going back, that's the same thing with Italia. He come into the sport trying to push his weight around when you don't have any weight. You know what I mean?
Are you making fun of him for being small? Because he's about the same weight as Cobra.
I don't think so.
Not even close, bro.
He might. Oh, yeah, but maybe be the same weight as you and 5 foot nothing.
I think they're both around 170.
I don't think so.
No?
I don't think so.
If Cobra got castrated, he'd be able to pull in like the.
Cobra would be 120 pounds if he got castrated.
That's what I'm saying.
Truth.
Dude, you would have had the biggest legend in arm wrestling ever if you would have cut that thing off when you were young.
No.
You would have won every fucking class like ever.
No.
I did.
Oh.
But you would have been, but you could have done the lower classes that you couldn't get into.
Didn't
and still won the bigger classes.
Nope.
But just with a lighter weight.
Frank Sinatra.
Downside of that,
I did it my way.
You had to have lived a long time without a dick.
Cobra, he's trying to say you would have been a legend.
Yeah,
he
it's
would have
okay.
been.
It's okay.
He would have been.
Everybody's a legend these days. I read it on the internet.
That's the problem. That's the biggest problem in arm wrestling. Everybody.
I can't believe that Tim picked up on that little sleight hand of mine and Cobra didn't.
I don't care.
Cobra Stone.
Everybody's a legend now, so it used to like make me a little moist when I heard it, but now the guy that won states last month is a legend. So
Cobra, it's
Cobra
right
is hired and draft pussy. Look at those eyes.
It's
All right,
sad.
we got a super chat here. Z's guitar account. What's Tim got against Paul?
Devin's forearm.
Tim has Devin's forearm against Paul?
Could be. Could be.
Is Tim frozen?
No, Tim's just looking at you.
Without moving at all.
Say that again.
Come on through, Tim.
Was he Ron Jeremy on command?
No, he froze up.
Z's guitar account wants to know what's Tim got against Paul.
I told you.
Well, that super chat might have come in earlier. I don't know.
He said he tried to push his weight around. By Tim's view, he tried to push his weight around and he had no weight to push.
So it doesn't mean I'm gonna not like. I don't deal with people like that.
Yeah, the guy's obviously like excited about arm wrestling. So the way I see it is the only bad publicity is no publicity. So come one,
I think
come
he's doing
all.
great things for arm wrestling.
Yeah, but how's busting people's balls like Chance? I mean, Chance Chance shot, and I don't think I ever said a bad word about anybody.
Why did Paul bust his balls? I didn't know. I don't know that stuff.
I didn't know until tonight.
Paul Italia has befriended several marquee names in arm wrestling. Travis, Jerry, etc. Right? The whole Chance versus Jerry thing, Chance does talk shit about Jerry quite a bit.
Yeah.
Right? And
Chance talk shit about Jerry Cadaret?
lots.
Oh, wow.
Right. So that whole thing,
A young whippersnappers talking shit about Jerry?
right. So that pissed off a lot of people. Chance got a lot of negative attention because he talked and shit on Jerry. So what happened there was they were out of practice and Chance put a whooping on Jerry. Jerry comes back with, well, I was there for an hour before you showed up. Fucking by the time you got there, everybody's putting a whooping on me. Fucking show up on time if you want to actually pull. Blah, blah, blah. They go back and forth. Chance is publicly offering challenge matches to Jerry. We'll put up some money. Paul even said he'd put up some money. They could never get Jerry to agree to the match, but Jerry would come back with shit like, you can show up at my house any Thursday if you want to pull.
I ain't hard to find.
But the match has never happened. Jerry hasn't pulled in 3 years. So Chance's whole thing is he doesn't think he would beat the Jerry Cadaret of 2017. But he doesn't think Jerry Cadaret's the same guy he was in 2017. He thinks he's lost it. He's not that strong anymore. And if Jerry comes out and has a good showing with Gennady, Chance said he will publicly apologize and say, I cannot deal with Jerry. I was wrong.
Yeah, why don't they just chalk up and find out?
That's what Chance wants to do, but Jerry doesn't want to do it.
Well, that's I don't know. I don't know.
No, they were throwing $5,000 on the line, and Chance was going to Jerry, and Jerry still declined.
Maybe Jerry's
some
not
people,
ready.
$5,000 not a lot of money. For some people, $5,000 is a lot of money.
Yeah.
Most people I know, even if they have money, don't walk around with $5,000 in their pocket, so they can't say it's pocket money because
$1 is a lot of money to me. That's how I look at it. $1.
You cheap motherfucker. I know. That's why I make so little.
$1.
I won $90 on arm bets.
Hey, you know, I need to stack them up one at a time.
That's it.
One on top of the other and keep them coming. Keep them coming up. Let it be one by ones is fine, but keep them bitches coming.
What's the most money you ever made arm wrestling, Cobra, in a weekend?
In a match, 27,000.
Wow.
Holy fuck.
Yeah.
Who's that against?
That was against a guy named John the Arm. He owned a bar called Sticks and Stones in Indianapolis, Indiana.
No shit.
Was he a pro arm wrestler or
No,
just
he was
like you suckered a major bet out of a fucking schmuck?
No, he was actually a pro pool player.
So he had the money.
But yeah, and he was on the Anadrol and the Deca. This guy had a frigging gold rope chain. Hey, listen, this guy gave an extra $10,000 to us because they saved 50 grand on the match. They were willing to bet. We were amateurs, dude. I scraped the closets and reached out to so many sponsors to get.
And that's all you could come up with was 27, and they wanted to make it 100.
They would have bet anything. Yeah.
And then you wiped the floor with the big old boy.
Wiped it. And
what year was this? Roughly.
I can give you this. It was 2 years before Dan Victor pulled in his first national championships.
Who the fuck's Dan Victor?
You hear that? You hear that,
I
Tim?
know. I know Victor is.
My brother, my baby brother, Dan Victor.
I really don't know who that is, though.
He was one of the main reasons for the original Harley with Mike Bowling.
And that
Really?
was
I
in the
didn't know
90s?
that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Dan Dan went with me and the 99 Worlds in Russia that Ingen always talks about, me going in the overalls, blah, blah, blah. Dan Victor took a silver medal left-handed at the 242s against that guy, Kokoev. You remember that guy, Kokoev? Him?
I've heard the name.
The redhead? We called him Bumps. And then in 2000, Dan won in Virginia. Yeah.
He's a bad dude.
Yes, very bad dude.
But way before the internet, so nobody knows.
Fairly bad.
Yeah, fairly bad. When a lot
So you're
of
gonna say like mid-90s, the most you made was a $27,000
It was a
match
couple,
against
it was
Pool
probably
House.
not, no, it was early 90s. It was early 90s. Yeah, that was just for one match. Yeah.
That's amazing.
That
Don't
was
you
one
wish you could
match.
pull that shit like 3 times a year?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
Tim,
Yes.
So
same
you see
question.
Cobra, the last Cobra at the Harley pole, he wins the bike.
Yep.
So what do you think Cobra does? Starts that motherfucker up in the middle of the fucking hotel and starts wailing on this thing. The guy comes running out of nowhere, Mike Boland, to try to stop Cobra from smoking out the whole fucking. The hotel was around this big garden area, and we pulled right in the middle. So all the rooms are all the way around this thing. There's Cobra. He's smogging up his whole fucking place. Oh, I
Yeah,
was
it wasn't
laughing at. Oh, it was funny.
I
as
pulled
hell.
it one time, you know. What the hell? It was the last Harley, right? It was the last
the
Harley.
last
We had to
one.
blow some carbon out.
Yeah,
We had to
yeah.
blow a little carbon out, little brother.
I
Youngster,
thought Boland's face
Youngster.
turned.
a youngster. Bolin will learn. And that's the original Silverback, Mike
That was
Bolin.
beautiful. Oh, that's what snapped my bicep. That's what snapped my bicep tendon. But go
That's
ahead,
the
Cole. Go
original
ahead, brother.
Silverback.
Mike Boland.
Yeah.
Good puller.
I met Mike
Oh.
Boland in 2013 at the MGC.
Okay. The Gould. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was right after his book came out.
Funny as hell. Oh yeah. The serial killer. Oh yeah. Oh
Mike-
yeah.
Mike's
Good
good guy.
dude. Um,
Yeah.
Good guy.
now,
Super talented.
I wasn't around in arm wrestling back then, but at one of the Harley Pros, like 2009 or something, was that
2008 was the last one, wasn't
okay?
it?
So maybe it was 2008. That's the one that you were just fucking around on the bike there.
That's the one that I won the bike.
Yeah, that's
The very-
was that
the very
year
first
that everybody
one.
was fucking. There's like video of Mike Gould and John Brzenk in the lobby. They're doing like jujitsu matches on the fucking floor.
Oh yeah,
No.
yeah. That was that year. Yeah. Because after
Was
I
it
won
that
the
year?
bike, after I
Oh
won the
yeah,
bike,
yeah. You're right. You're right.
after I won
right.
the bike, I blew out my ACL rolling on a 2/5 of vodka.
Who
got
was the
into-
man on the floor that night? Like, who was whooping everybody's ass?
My guy, my Chechen guy, Arby Mizrabiev.
See,
One of my
I wish
guys
I was
too.
around back then when people used to do fun shit.
Yeah, that was with my Chechen
Like people
warrior.
starting up their Harleys and smoking out the room.
Oh, that was
Fucking
fucking
people
great.
fucking rolling around doing jujitsu in the fucking hotel
It was
lobby.
nuts. It was nuts. It was nuts. It was
That's
nuts.
the
there.
shit I wish I got to be around for. I was born far too late.
We used to get hammered in every
Yeah.
hotel.
We
lobby
took.
ever
We
stayed in.
took. I bartended half of those Harleys. The bartenders were going home. I was behind the bar pouring drinks.
Oh yeah.
Those were
Well,
good
someone's
times.
got to do it.
Those were good
Can't
times.
have a
Oh,
bunch of
dude,
people running around with no drinks. Okay, one sec. I need to grab a beer, boys.
Grab a beer.
Fuck. Why don't you put the refrigerator closer?
Right? Where's his wife? I need to see her.
No
She was
plugins
there
over
earlier.
here, bud. I got to run an extension cord from over there to get the computer working.
Bring the
And
wife up, Evan. Bring the wife up.
Are you kidding me? I hope she doesn't come.
No, she's gonna come twice after she sees the pimp.
I was gonna say it was because you're here, not him.
She's gonna come twice, buddy.
Ow!
Hey, Angel. Hey, sweet baby.
Yeah, one of them's got
Let me see your face. Let me see
One of
that
them's got-
sunshine.
Zorro,
Well,
on the
Evan,
way
get
back up the stairs, bud.
Evan, get your beard out the way. Come
She'll
back
be back
up,
in a
Mrs.
bit.
Evan. Come back
One of
up,
them got
Mrs.
beard.
Evan.
She just ran up the stairs. She'll be back in a second, Cobra.
Evan, ring that bell before I come through the interweb now.
Fine. Like this one? It says
Yes.
ring for beer.
Yeah, ring for the pimp.
Well, if I ring it, she's gonna bring me a beer.
Well,
So drink it.
ring the pimp bell. Ring the pimp bell. That's good. Good. Sit it down. God, Getty Lee, you are not. Listen, get your beard out the way when she gets in camera shot. Please, most humbly, respectfully, get the fuck out of the shot.
I'm pretty sure she ran up to pee.
Oh,
Why can't we watch?
here,
What the
Her.
fuck, Tim?
here.
Well, he's got his hands out. I just
Here.
want to watch.
Yeah.
There you go. I'm in.
Show the copper squat.
That's it, baby.
Yeah, you ain't never seen the golden shower videos? Fuck, we're all
You-
over that shit.
You fucking young guys suck.
Yeah, the amateurs, they're scared. They're scared of a little piss. Listen,
Hey, I think Captain Obvious is onto something. I need to get a big old fucking beer gong right here so I can just bung.
eh,
She needs to like kill you in your sleep or something.
Well, that's why I'm nice to her. You don't ever piss off somebody that cooks your food.
No, 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 no.
I don't advise that.
So I heard
No.
a funny story today that you just actually like look up on Wikipedia and shit the name of fancy foods before you do a show so you can list off the one new food you just heard of. You actually can't cook.
You talking to me or him?
Cobra.
Okay, if that's okay, okay, whatever you must have read that on the internet, huh?
Oh, no. Daniel Urich messaged me that. You remember the meth head?
Somebody read to him.
Oh, Daniel Urich? You talking
Yeah.
about the meth head?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, snakes have legs. Tell them snakes have legs too.
Ah, wow.
Actually,
Some do. I've met some pretty snaky fucking dudes that run pretty fast.
actually, red-tailed boas have claws. Male red-tailed boas have claws.
See?
Believe it or
Is
not.
there not one fucking weird lizard that actually does have legs, but it is technically a snake?
No, it's the other way around. It looks like a snake, but it's actually a lizard. It has small legs.
Oh, okay.
But the red-tailed boa, the male red-tailed boa, has two cat claws right next to his vulva to hold on to the female,
Right by the slit, right?
right by the slit.
So is that
So,
like a cat's wiener with the spikes?
No, it's
No,
like a pig's.
just-
It kind of curls.
No, a pig. So, do you remember those old pencils where you pull the string down through it and then you pull the thing off? Oh,
Yeah,
they're like
they used to make
construction
those back
pencils,
when
like for carpenters and
that's
shit.
old school, man.
So
That's
instead
old
of
school.
sharpening your pencil, you just pull the string down and then
Oh
you just
yeah.
peel it off, and then you got this like
It's a
corkscrew
carpenter's
looking.
marker.
Yeah, carpenter's
That's-
cut. Yeah.
Yeah, well, the old school
They-
ones. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what a pig's dick looks like.
No,
Yeah, it's weird and
it
corkscrew.
looks like a corkscrew.
Yeah.
Did you know that you can't put a male llama in with female sheep because he'll rape them to death?
To death.
To
Hey,
death.
fuck
to
with
death.
hey, let a human jump in the water with a dolphin. Watch what happens.
Did you know that pigeons die during sex?
Watch what a dolphin does to your ass in the water.
The one that
In
Cobra
wild.
fuck did.
He's drinking something.
No, we did. So my uncle's got a big old pig farm, which is
Your
handy from
uncle?
time to time.
Oh, you're gonna
Yes.
tell us a
It-
story about Uncle Bad Touch, huh?
It is.
No,
it
no,
is
different
very,
uncle, wrong side of the family.
Uncle Bad
Wrong side of the
Touch.
family.
The pig
It-
farmer.
It is very, very, very handy.
But they had a huge old fucking boar that was just way too big. And every time he would mount these sows, he would hop on them and he would
Kill
just push them down. He'd break their fucking spine and then just fuck them while they were laying there.
Yeah, that's why they usually put him in a crate. They have a
And his
special
nuts
crate.
were about this fucking size. And then he had this weird little corkscrew wiener that he could never actually get in. But it didn't matter because it just sprays around, spraying for 45 fucking minutes.
That's where they come up with the word screwed.
Yeah. Well, them pigs screw. Corkscrew.
Pigs,
Terrible.
pigs digest DNA.
Uncle Bad Touch.
So
Cobra, when you say Uncle Bad Touch, do you know where that comes from?
Your lineage.
No. Which of
How
my
you
uncles
grew up.
that is?
Hmm?
Which of my uncles it is that was Uncle Bad Touch?
The
Did you
one
ever
that-
hear the
the one-
story?
The one that was trying to impregnate you?
No. See, you haven't heard the story.
No, tell me about it. Was it in the papers?
Neither of you guys smoke cigarettes.
no.
No.
Now, back in the day, if you got caught smoking weed, I'm sure it was even worse than getting caught smoking cigarettes because everybody smoked back in the day, right?
I never
Yeah.
got caught. I don't know what you're talking
No.
about.
But they didn't
That was-
like, so we're talking about 1989. I'm like 5 years old.
Oh, wow.
And we were at my family horseshoe tournament, right? Now, this pack of cigarettes was like $1 then, right? So
No.
25 cigarettes for $1, you're paying 4 cents a fucking cigarette. Whenever it's your turn to go play
25.
horseshoes,
Wait a minute. 25. Was that a Canadian thing?
25, yeah, 25 smokes in a
No
pack.
doubt. No
20.
doubt.
25.
20 in Connecticut and in the United States.
Right, but those are those like pop top ones. This
Yeah.
is a pack of cigarettes in Canada. You got 13 on this side, 12 on that side.
Why is it different?
I don't fucking know, man. I don't make the rules. I just know that's how it is.
That's Christian Minnie's voice.
Sure is.
The Mike Tyson of arm wrestling.
It's left-handed
That's it.
arm wrestling. I get it.
But
that's
you know
how it
what?
is.
Actually, you know who's a close second, a close runner-up is who I saw the first time in a long time yesterday, Pete Milano.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So Christian and Pete Milano are the first and second place for the arm wrestling Mike Tyson award. Right?
Badass dudes with feminine voices.
Ain't no Tyson-esque.
Pete was with me. Pete's been on a lot of trips with me, road trips lately.
Yeah, I know. But you guys were thick as thieves back in the day too.
Yeah, but his wife makes him go.
She
doesn't
wants him
want
out
me
of the
driving by
house.
myself.
I get it.
That
I
too.
get it. Egg
That's
sandwiches,
Surprising whenever
baby.
Pete's wife makes him leave the house, that Cobra's
That's
not right
how-
there behind him.
You know, Evan's mom has him leave when I'm coming through.
Cobra,
Why?
I just made that same joke about Pete. You were a second late on this one, bud.
It's all right.
You got a
Your
little
mama
too
still makes
high
the
when
best.
you're behind
Your
me on
mama
a joke.
still makes the best egg sandwiches in Canada.
Hey, if you're behind me a second after a joke, you are too high for the contest.
It's all good.
Anyways, so I'm at the horseshoe tournament, and cigarettes
Good
are dirt
fucking
cheap, right?
sandwich.
So, like, what are the old guys? They light a cigarette, and they're like 1 or 2 puffs off the smoke, and their name gets called. They're throwing the horseshoes next. So you don't put it out and smoke it later. They're not $1 a piece like they are now. It is $23 for a pack of cigarettes in Canada now.
Wow.
Canadian.
So, yeah,
How many cartons can you cross the border with?
2.
Whoa, fuck. So
But-
you need
So
6
in
people
upstate
in a
New
car.
York, where I would have to go, they've got wise to Canadians coming across the border to get 2 cartons and go home, and they up their prices too. Fuckers. Fucking supply and demand. Anyways, cigarettes were cheap as shit back in the fucking late 80s. So your name gets called. Oh, I'm up. Throw your cigarette on the grass. Fucking go throw horseshoes, right? So me and my little cousin TJ, he's a year younger than me. So I'm 5 or 6. He's like 4 or 5. We would take these full cigarettes, and then we'd pick them up off the ground. We'd run behind the truck, and and we're like blowing out into the filter so that the cherry lights up and people
Fresh
think
them
we're
up.
smoking.
Out,
Uh-huh.
outdoors.
Yeah.
Out.
Out.
So my
Hey.
uncle comes around the corner and he sees
doubt.
us smoking. And he's like, "Oh, you young lads think you're men now, do you? Get in the truck." Okay, like we don't talk back. Like, this is our uncle. We get in the truck. He drives us
Uncle
down to the
Bad
store and he
Touch.
buys these 2 big fucking cigars. And he brings us back to the horseshoe tournament and he brings
Made
us
you
down behind the
puke.
bar so nobody can see. He pulls out these 2
Wait,
big
wait,
cigars.
wait.
You know what he made us do, Cobra?
He made you
Monica,
puke.
Suck his
Made you
dick.
eat them. Made you eat them.
He made us suck his dick.
That's great. That's great. How'd you perform? How long did it take before he nutted?
I'm a big fan of cigars now. I'll tell you what.
Hey, attaboy. Attaboy. That's why
I'll
you
tell
made
you
for the
another
Philly
thing.
streets.
Once I got
You-
that first cigar, I took
Yeah,
TJ's
man.
turn
Yeah,
too
hey.
because I wanted that other cigar.
Word is, word is once you eat one, you good. So you made
Okay,
for the Philly
so for
streets.
disclaimer purposes, no, my uncle never sexually molested me. It's a fucking joke.
Yeah, you wanted to do it.
After that time, I used to ask him if I could come hang out.
Yeah, it's by choice. I get it. I get
No,
it. Uncle
that
Bad Touch.
that uncle actually he raised horses.
I bet he did.
So then he got me
Yeah.
to come blow them too.
Hey, glory hole.
And then he introduced me to Cobra. You remember my uncle, the one that introduced us? So like, this dude blows horses. You should put him in fucking Philly.
Yeah, Mr. Glory Hole.
Hey, I gotta go to bed.
No,
Yeah.
you don't. You just beat Dave Morocco. You need
Hey,
to
Tim,
celebrate.
congrats on your pin, though. Was Dave
Oh.
strong? Tim, did
He felt pretty good. He felt
yeah,
pretty
but
good.
you had the angles, huh? You just too
Yeah,
much
I've
angle.
been practicing some weird shit that nobody expects to do, like come back to the center, come over to the other side of the pad, go all
Get
over
it,
the place.
yeah. Control 'em.
It throws them right off.
When you're in control, they're fucked.
Well, like the first time I pinned him the first 2. The second one, the third one, it didn't pin. I came back to center. He almost stopped arm wrestling. He had
Right.
no idea what was going on.
Yeah.
He's waiting for me to push down on him, and I'm letting up, pull back to center.
Yeah. Just get in
No.
better position. Easy day.
I just hold him there till I figure I get another whack,
Layup
But
lines.
it totally threw him off. So
It's
No,
great
he-
when you arm wrestle good. When you arm wrestle
Yep.
good, it's like conducting Mozart and
that's
Salieri.
it. That's
It's
it. But anyway,
art. It's really art when it happens.
before you guys get more questions, I'm going to bed. I'll talk to
All
you.
right, bro.
No, but Tim, we want to talk to you, buddy.
What are you talking
Sorry.
about?
Anything?
Hey, Tim, I'd love to have you on my page sometime. I just got to figure out how to work this Zoom thing.
Yeah, that me
I'm
too.
I'm paying $20 a month. I don't know how to share my link. So I'm just doing
I mean,
like
I
these
could show you how to
solo
do that,
YouTube
Cobra.
things. All
Oh
right, bro.
God, have Uncle John show you.
Well, Uncle John
Anyway.
showed me. That's how I know how to do it.
I
I'm
don't
going
know
to
shit.
I'm going to bed. Good
I
night.
know they're charging me for like $20 a month, and I never.
Good night, all.
All right, Tim. Peace, man.
Okay, love you, Tim. You're gonna miss Jess though.
Keep your knuckles high. Yeah, I want to see the wife.
That's all right.
Oh,
It's all right. Well, watch on YouTube, man.
might not have been peeing. She just finished in the bathroom.
Is she? Tell her don't wipe. Just come. Twice. You know, I ain't got all night, bro.
I'm a giver. I'm a giver.
Well, Mr. Nice Guy, you know. You know, with the dope man, the first hit's always free.
And the second or third, because I just enjoy it.
Well, you know, once you hooked on 113.
The problem
It's
is
a
I
wrap.
get hooked. So
Hey.
fuck. What are you gonna do, man? What are you gonna do?
Where's your pretty wife?
Well, how many do you think I got?
Well, I think of your pretty wife, and then I think of that drag queen girl that you mess with. When you
That was like 15 fucking years ago. And it was look, that was an isolated incident.
I get it.
All
I
right.
get it. All right. So where's your pretty
I
wife?
just had to know. I had to know.
When she comes in there with her face, get out the shop, bro. Let her hop in the seat for a minute so I can talk to her.
Dude.
Please.
Dude.
Please.
If you promise to be nice to me for a night,
I will.
I get
Tell
to
her.
pick what night though.
All right. Just tell her to hurry up now. I ain't got all friggin' night.
Yeah, you do.
I'm kind. You know, surely I'll be kind on my girl. Somehow I'm on my girl's thing.
I noticed. Your name is Rebecca.
I am.
Yeah.
I am.
Or is this like your
That's
when
my
you
baby.
work drag shows?
No, I haven't been dragged since I was like 9 years old at Halloween. That's the last time I was dragged. My sisters dressed me up, older sisters, you know.
Did you go whiteface and now you realize that it's racist? You're not allowed to do it?
No. I really look like my cousin Lynn. She was like 6 months younger than me, but I mean, my sisters told me I was prettier than her. Sorry, Lynn, if you're watching, but we're only 8, 9 years old.
That's fucked up, Cobra.
What up, Doe Valley?
Anybody got any questions for Cobra while we're waiting for the wife to get out of the job?
With her pretty ass.
For fuck's
Like
sake,
a bit.
Cobra.
Hey, you know what I'm sitting here watching on mute? What it's been on? I think they're in the 5th round, minute 44. It's almost over. Left.
Ooh.
The Tony Ferguson, Justin Gaethje fight.
Oh, you're watching
You know
that
it.
again?
Yeah, it's been on since I've been in your room.
Oh my God.
This is it. This is when Tony goes, when he short circuited, remember? His ears were flapping at the end. Yeah, exactly.
Man, that's hard to watch for me. I love Justin Gaethje.
Yeah.
The dude is
that fight with
violently
Ferguson-
reincarnated.
Yeah. But
For
that
the
fight with
MMA
Ferguson, those boys took
But
damage.
I love Tony Ferguson.
Yeah.
And what Gaethje did to him was tough to watch,
He changed
man.
his brain. He'll never be the
You're
same.
never
fighter.
the same after a fight like
No,
that.
not like that. Because you
Justin
saw his
Gaethje-
brain. You saw his brain short circuit.
And Yoel Romero. Those two dudes change people.
Y'all changed with a flying knee the way that we saw him connect on Mr. Mouth. Yeah.
Man, Yoel Romero, when you fight that dude, you're never the same afterwards. You got guys, even if they win.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
they
yeah,
look
yeah,
like
there's
they're
no winner.
the
There's no
next
winner.
great
Yeah.
thing. They're going to break all the records. This dude is an absolute fucking wrecking machine. They get to go 5 rounds with Yoel Romero, and they're not the same anymore.
Yeah, but guys don't usually go 5 rounds with y'all. You know.
The
I
lucky
mean,
ones don't.
Well, the style bender, he fought it right.
Yeah,
And
there was
guys
no fucking fight.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'd refuse to fight that fucking dude too. He's going to change your
Exactly.
brain.
Fuck.
Fuck.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
If you manage to stay awake, your body is not doing you any fucking favors.
Yeah.
You cannot get into a bloodbath with that dude.
Yeah. Yeah. Tony like short circuited with that head wiggle. You know what I mean? It
No,
was like,
he does it twice right before the finish. Like he's trying to shake his head off. Like he doesn't know what the fuck's going on.
What the?
Tony is a man that is too tough for his own good.
Yeah,
with his champ shit
Gary,
only.
a Gary. But that was telling though. The end of that scrap that changed that man's career.
How
And
many minutes?
The
Like
lights
20
went off.
minutes of taking that
minutes.
shit.
24 minutes, and they beat the fuck out of each other.
No, they didn't.
They did.
No, they didn't. Gaethje beat the fuck out of Tony.
Listen. Both of Gaethje's hands were broken after that fight.
Right. So Tony's face beat the fuck out of Justin's hands. Great.
Yes.
No, that doesn't count, man.
Oh yeah, it does.
One of them is going to heal up just fine. The other's changed for life.
Oh yeah, he's changed. Yeah.
Hey,
that fight changed Gaethje. That's when Gaethje knew he really didn't give a fuck.
There's no need to. That's a bad motherfucker.
Yeah.
But man, I don't actually like seeing fights like that because there's no good coming from it. And I know Gary, right?
I love Gary. Gary's my little brother.
Well, from time to time.
I used to be the scrapper, Evan. I used to be the scrapper when we were in the streets.
I know. You told me. You taught Gary.
He was such a marshmallow.
He was
such a marshmallow. His sisters made him tough.
Gary's such a great dude, but sometimes you have conversations with him.
I know. Okay, enough of that. Enough.
Yeah.
Enough. Stop.
Yeah. Yeah, I got you. But I love that guy. And he was a bad fucking dude.
You telling me?
How disgusting do you have to be?
Some of the
your
worst
highlight
matches.
To be still playing 270 UFCs later.
Oh, his highlight? Yeah,
his
from
first fight.
Yeah, 8. The crucifix and elbows.
I feel bad for that dude, Paul Herrera.
Yeah. All right. You know the story behind all that?
No.
I'll tell you one day. One day we'll do an episode on it.
I know whenever Gary first got into the UFC, well, it wasn't his first showing, it was the second one. Where they do the interview with him.
David and Goliath, you're talking.
Yeah. And they're like, and Gary's response is to one of the questions, some people accuse me of a bad guy trying to play nice, and some try to accuse me of a nice guy trying to play bad. He was definitely a nice guy. That was a bad guy.
Well, if you got on the end of one of those punches.
Look, that shit was real. That motherfucker's got a mean streak in him, but he's a nice fucking dude. Like, he wishes no ill will on anybody.
Yeah, he was just super
step
competitive.
into that fucking cage with him and see if he's still that nice.
It's a lot of chest coming towards you.
He's a big dude, man.
I know.
He had 23-inch arms at one point.
I know.
That is ridiculous.
I'm 6-3 against him. I know all about it.
How the fuck? Like, was this when he was still trying to get out of the amateurs?
Sorry, hon. No.
Dude, Cobra, look, I know how good you were. I have seen a ton of fucking footage. I have watched all of the greats and your stuff too. Now, there's no way your record would be 6-3 when Gary's at his peak for all of those matches, though.
Yeah. We only pulled together at our peaks.
At your peak.
That was a long peak, bro.
What's your record against Cleve?
0-2.
John?
1-6. 0-6.
Scott.
0-6.
Scott?
One apologetic.
He gave you one?
No, I didn't get it.
Did he give you one?
The ref is still apologizing.
Oh, the ref gave you one.
No, I never got a win against John.
Oh, you did, but they fucked it up.
I'm 0-6.
I'm not, don't get me wrong. When you were in your prime, John wasn't quite in his prime yet, I don't think.
Oh,
wait. Your bike
John
accident
was in his prime his entire career. What are we talking about?
That's fair. Your bike accident wasn't until the early 2000s.
How dare you?
When was your bike accident? Year?
2000.
2000.
I busted my back.
So yeah, I mean, anytime after say 83.
And then I won the Triple Crown.
So at any time, if you get a win on John after 83, it's impressive as fuck for a guy smaller than John to get a win. It really is.
The closest that I ever came to getting a win on John was in 89. That was the Paris tournament. Super
And that's when the refs fucked you. A Cobra, fuck off. Look, we're not on some political correct channel.
He still, he still apologizes. Tony still apologizes.
Talk
Ask me
some
to pick up
shit. Did you fucking win or not?
that match. Yeah. Yeah. I won that fucking match.
So if you get a win after 83 on John, are you the only guy smaller than him to do it?
I think Dave Patton got a couple pins on him.
Not after then.
No, probably not.
And before that, John wasn't, he was just becoming John.
Yeah, this was 89.
By 89, now there was like 3
90.
guys that had a winning record on John by 89. Gary, Cleve, and
Lupke's.
yes. Now, you ever pull Scott?
Scott Norton. No. Locked up with him. No.
Virgil?
Locked up with Virgil.
Never in a match.
Lot of respect for Virgil Sierra.
So according to Virgil and Scott, I never heard Cleve's side of it because,
Go ahead. Share.
both Virgil and Scott have said if Virgil, Scott, and Cleve all showed up at the same event, you knew who won by which guy was in whose bracket.
Yeah, that's happened at shows. Mm-hmm.
Scott couldn't beat Virgil,
Mm-hmm.
but Virgil couldn't beat Cleve.
Scott could
But Cleve couldn't beat Scott.
with the inside.
So whichever guy had to pull the other guy first,
It was predetermined. Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah.
So if you got wins on any of those dudes, which you don't, but you got one on John, who's got wins on all of them. Now, not the winning record. Well, he did have the winning record on Virgil and Scott, didn't he?
I got 6 pins on Gary. Not foul outs. I got 6 pins on Gary.
Do you remember what years those matches were?
Late 90s, early 90s. Late 80s, early 90s.
Late 80s, early 90s. So
About a 5
89
years
to
there.
92 was Gary being big dick all over the world.
Yeah. Oh, there's Angel. Hey, babe.
Okay. Well,
Oh,
then hey, 2 more.
Okay.
Yeah,
Now slide
Cobra.
out.
Hey, yeah,
Go potty. Go
mine.
potty. Give her the
Fuck
seat.
off. Okay, Cobra can have you for a minute. Sit
Wait,
down.
what are you
I gotta
doing?
pee.
Oh, okay.
Cobra told me to get out of the camera whenever you're here.
Hi.
Hey, Angel. Nice to see you. I'm gonna send the address where to
Yes.
send the shirt. Okay.
Yeah.
Cobra, I already have your address. I don't
No,
need
no,
you
I'm
talking to her
gonna-
personally.
I'm gonna be at the Florida house, so I'm sending the Florida address.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sounds
send
good.
that shit to me, Cobra.
I'll send it
No.
out Monday.
Okay, Angel. I love you so. It's nice to see you.
Nice to see
We
you
got
too.
another minute. I'm still peeing.
Oh, he is still peeing.
He's still ew. Ugh. Yuck. Ugh.
Stop looking at my wiener. Get back to Cobra.
Ugh. Ugh.
Sorry.
Wash your hands of it, sweetie. Get out of the shot. This is horrible. I can't stand watching you while he's peeing. It's really ruining my night.
I'm
Thank
done
you so
peeing.
much.
I'm gonna be
I'm
here.
sorry,
Thank
but
you.
yes, get that all set up so I can go on Monday. Well,
Yes.
tomorrow. Tomorrow, Monday?
Tomorrow's Monday.
Tomorrow.
Yes, tomorrow's Monday. Okay.
Okay.
All right. I'll see you on my OnlyFans
All
later.
right. Oh, okay.
Bye.
Bye, Cobra.
Fuck, Cobra.
What?
Cobra,
Yes.
look, I know we talk a lot of shit, but I mean, outside of that, I think we're friends, right?
Yeah.
You know that I'm batting way out of my fucking league here.
Yeah, dude. You're way above your head.
Yeah. Don't fuck this up for me, man.
I'm not. I'm trying to keep her like
Look, if you're gonna come
Kind.
sneak in
She-
every other weekend, I'm
he
okay
is
with
far
that.
too kind
But, I
of
mean,
a lady.
if you
She
fucking
is
fuck this up
far
for
too
me-
kind lady.
Don't fuck
And she
this
has
up for me, man.
empathy. And
Look.
she has empathy for your sad ass. God bless that woman.
I gotta go
God
back to
broke the
bush
mold.
pigs
He
and fucking
broke
moose
the
trolls.
mold. He
I don't want to be
broke
fucking
the
swamp donkeys
mold.
again, man. Don't fuck this up for me.
He broke the mold.
Don't fuck this up. I don't want to go back to swamp donkeys. I love her. Fuck. Well, fuck this up. Look, friend to friend.
Don't you
Fuck my
this up,
mother.
huh?
Just leave my wife alone.
Potty mouth. Potty mouth.
My mother does make good egg sandwiches, Cobra. Don't
She makes
forget.
some of the best in all the great white north.
But I'll tell you what. Sweet Pea here worked at Subway. And if she ever has an unfortunate accident and I end up without her, I will never date another woman that didn't work at Subway, at least through college.
Oh my God.
Because I love my sandwiches.
He's not joking either.
I'm not. I love my sandwiches. Every time I disappoint her, she's like, well, you seem exhausted. You want me to make a sandwich before I finish myself off?
Egg. Put a slice of egg on there, babe. Some Munster
She makes
cheese.
sandwiches out of everything. Everything. She'll fucking out of bed, middle of the night,
Make him a
fries up an egg, puts it on a bagel, cooks a ham just to cut a slice off that bitch to get in there. Like, that girl can make a sandwich. I'll tell you what. She knows if she makes a proper sandwich, she'll get that D later.
That's funny, Mrs. Evan. God bless you.
I'm so used to it now.
You gotta listen to this fool, girl.
Well, the thing is, she actually finds me funny. And my sixth sense of
find you
humor
funny.
and the dumb shit I say,
Yeah.
she thinks is hilarious. And that's why I'm able to punch out of my league. That and I drive a Harley. So, like,
Yeah,
that
you
makes
got
me
her
cool,
fooled.
right?
You got her fooled, smoking mirrors.
Yeah.
Mm.
Fuck. Drive a Harley, say dumb shit. They love you.
I don't want 3 Harleys. Send her my way.
What did you fuck up on?
I didn't fuck up, old boy.
Yeah. Buddy fucking hit you.
No, I was sitting in a truck when that wreck happened.
Oh, I thought you were on a bike.
No. Mm-mm.
Oh,
No.
fuck. I thought it was a little Frank Mir thing.
No,
I thought you went
was,
through an intersection and got T-boned by an idiot.
no, I was sitting at a red light in my buddy Scotty's S10, one of them little trucks.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
you're
S10
you're
Chevy.
sitting like you're in a friggin'
Yeah, it's a
Car-
little
car?
car truck.
yeah.
It's like a little bit bigger than El Camino.
Yeah, dude hit us right in the ass. We're sitting at a red light. He hit us going 54.
Oh, miles an hour.
Yes.
So my
And,
bike is American, right? Like, it's in miles an hour. And speed limit here is 100 on the highway.
Mhm.
I look
Kilometers.
down. I'm like, okay, I'm doing 120. Not so bad. And then I remembered, oh,
Kilometers.
shit, this shit's Imperial. 120 is fucking fast. Don't fuck that up.
Hey, Roy Payton says, Cobra, the pool player's name is Strong Arm John. I got an arm wrestling video of him on my old YouTube channel. I'll send you the link if you see this. Yes, brother.
Wait a minute. Is that the guy that you won the 27 grand off?
Yeah. And do you want to hear the rest of the story? And so this is my
Yes.
buddy Darren Sebring, right? He had this tournament. If you see that old tournament, I think I was sponsored by Body Glove at the time, where I popped John's hand, and then in the straps he owns me.
John
We
who?
slip. Brzezinski.
Well, blah, blah.
Yeah, blah 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 blah.
Nice.
And I'm in like a Body Glove thing, and that's in that pool hall where they gave away. I think it was like another stack for overalls, and it was like 800 for first place. I went there, pulled 3 classes, a couple first and a third in Brzezinski class, and I cracked him open. But in the straps he owned me, and I think Gerald Dees might have finished me out of that 240 class or something. And John was in Vegas playing, but this kid named Darren Sebring ran the tournament. And so I went down there and I did damage. Brzezinski flew in for it. Ballinger, all our kids were around there. And
No, that's not
this
that's
is-
Bill, not Scott.
Bill, no, Scott's a little baby at this point. Scott's
Scott's
a
a
little,
fucking powerhouse.
no, but he was literally I have a
Literally
picture.
a baby. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I fed Scott in a bottle. And I have pictures of Scott at not even 1
Out of
year
your
old
wiener.
at an arm wrestling table. It's really cool. Me and him ripped up. But he's not even one. And so like I did my damage there, and I was just in Michigan at the time, Muskegon, Michigan. And then Darren's like, "Hey, Cobra Man, this guy, they heard about you." And this was a pool hall named Sticks and Stones in Indianapolis. And he's like, "Hey man, John Leon's back, and he says he'll arm wrestle you for any amount of money, blah blah blah." So I like call my sponsor, call my old sponsors, my good body glove people. And Darren got Ballinger to come with the table. Bill Ballinger refereed the match. And
Wait, this guy had money on the match and refed it? That's
no, Ballinger
shady.
didn't have money on the
That's
match.
shady.
No. But he does know me, you know what I mean? But they didn't care. Dude, I walked in there with a little bit of my security, but we were way outgunned. When we walked in this place, they flew us down to Indianapolis from Michigan.
All you needed was Gary and Earl.
No, they would have taken cuts. Nope, I need that paper. But
And ain't nobody taking shit off of Earl if he fucking snaps. I'll tell
dude,
you what.
when we walked into this place, I'm like, I usually don't like. I'm from Rhode Island, so you know it takes a lot to get me, kid.
See,
but-
now, had you had Timmy and all his boys in there
Hey,
with
bro,
you,
this place was so dark, and you could just smell the pistolas. And we walked in that place, they started laughing, and I just started copping attitude. And the money was counted, and dudes are trying to bet an extra $5 grand, an extra 10. They're throwing odds out, and we had 27.5. That's all we had was $27,500. And
you didn't
Bill
have
said-
nobody that could put up their house on this.
no, dude, and this happened from the phone call to the match was about 14 hours.
Your first call should have been to Marvin.
No, at the time Marvin was AWOL.
Marvin's always in and out, you know. That's
Marvin
Marvin.
was AWOL. I know.
But he
I
always
know
knows a
Marvin is.
guy. He always knows
And,
a guy.
Yeah, so do I. But this is a long time ago, and this man shook my God. He was so burled up on the start. I was literally scared. I was scared at that arm wrestling match, and I flashed him, and he hugged me, and I never felt so relieved. You know what I mean? Because like he accepted the ass whooping. You know what I mean? And and he took us out to dinner, man. We prime ribbed it and wined it. He dumped another 10 stacks on me, bruh, and explained to me how they saved like 40, 50. They were ready to bet 75 grand on this match.
Yeah,
So
well,
they-
spending an extra 10 afterwards to save 50 is pretty good.
Bro, and then, okay, so he's talking about this other match that he's going to have just a couple hours from here, blah, blah, blah. And they were about to bring me in for a $75,000 match. And John Brezink got the call. And they didn't chance it on me because this guy was a 6'8", 300-pounder biker dude. And they just didn't think that.
Oh, man, I like the
Yeah.
odds better.
Listen,
you
bro,
have John
listen,
show
hey,
up. Look,
all I can tell you is on this day, when Brezink walked in the room, he got the same kind of laughter. And the guy I was talking about, my little brother, Dan Victor, he was at that bar that night. That's what got him into arm wrestling. This is the WAF World Champion, 2000.
2001.
WAF, left-handed, 242 pounds. Beat Brezink, beat Ron Bath, beat Eric Wolfell.
2001. 2000,
2001.
he got second.
Virginia, huh? No,
2000 he
99
got
he got
second.
99
2001,
he got
first in Virginia.
first in Virginia.
That was 2001, right?
Oh, okay. I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Hey,
Anyway.
look, I'm just going off drunken recall of the story you told me earlier.
No, 99, he took second in Russia. 2000, he won first, I believe,
Okay.
in Virginia.
Hey, I drink a lot.
Anywho, he was at that place and he could, because John was looking like a little schoolboy, you know,
Fuck school.
walking into that. walking into that match in that bar.
Why are you gonna go back at schoolboy?
You're right. That match, Bill had actually given John $5,000 to bet on himself, and John was afraid to bet it. He didn't bet it.
You would have.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you would have won too. I bet you John cleaned that dude easily. I didn't see it.
Yeah, he owned him. He owned him, but it's
So would
still
have you.
You never know.
Motherfucker. You're talking like early 90s. If you don't know their name, you're good.
Yeah, I get it. But that's what happened.
But
I'm just telling you,
now, did you
real
have long
life.
dreads then?
No.
No?
No.
It would have been cooler if you did.
Maybe. I don't know. It didn't matter. Paper mattered a little bit. But that one day I lost about 50-60 grand that one match for sure. But the impatient, if I look back now and think, man, if I had just taken it a week, 2 weeks.
Now, man, when you're taking all this money in off these sponsors, are you giving them all fucking like flat out? Or are they you
what
getting
is your
cut?
Question? What is your
you
question?
getting a cut off of everybody that puts in money?
Yeah, everything's negotiated.
So you're taking a
everything's
cut off of everybody's money.
When I'm guaranteeing victory, hey Angel, when I'm guaranteeing victory, do you want in or do you want out?
Well, you can't guarantee,
If
but
I
goddamn,
say so.
that's close.
I said so. That I sometimes you roll the dice.
Well, here's the thing.
And when you have people
beat Usain Bolt in a fucking 100-yard dash,
sir,
but he might come off the line, tear his quadricep off the bone, and I can walk my happy flat ass drunk right across that finish line 6 minutes later and get the win.
The tortoise and the
It
hare.
can happen. There's
Surely.
no such thing as a guarantee, especially in a combat sport.
Listen, when I was a T-Rex in this thing, it was very, very, very difficult for a human to beat me.
It was a very, very low percentage, but that guarantee isn't a full guarantee.
If
People
I
are
didn't know,
still
like you
gambling.
said, I don't know your name, and you don't know mine even
Oh,
better.
no, look, at that time, if you don't know the guy's name, yep, bet the house, bet the farm, bet your grandmother's retirement fund.
Yeah, there's no interweb.
Sure, we're good.
There's no interweb.
You might have tripped, broke your ankle, and when you landed, snapped your wrist in half, trying to catch yourself on the way to the stage. Camera cords get in the way. Shit could fuck up real bad, and then
Dude,
what?
There were matches over pool tables.
Oh yeah, fucking late 80s is a way different time. And I'm actually most surprised by the fact that they just paid you and then we're happy about it.
Oh yeah.
Instead of just kicking the shit out of all of you and saying, get fucked.
Hey, listen. That room was the scariest room I've ever been in without having any heat on me. That was definitely the scariest room I've ever been in.
None of your boys were strapped?
One of my boys was strapped, but he was
That's it? Only one?
He was listen, dude, we did this in like 14 hours. Listen.
Man, you live in the fucking States in 14 hours. I can have personal.
Listen. My dude, Darren Sebring, had my security. He promised me security, and it all worked out.
Well, you didn't need it.
No, we didn't need it, but still.
Cobra, we got a super chat. I hate to interrupt a really good story because I love this story, and I'm hoping you have one more of these fantastic stories for me still tonight. But Repulsive Gravity shot in here with a super chat, and I just happen to really love this question, so I want to ask it right away. Cobra, have you ever beaten Ingen?
Yes.
And if so, how was it being his daddy?
Oh, not his daddy, just a competitor. He
Cobra,
has one.
This is not the channel where we give these political answers, talk the shit. Ingen understands that my channel is for
I'm one of the
nonsense.
greatest to ever do it. I'm one of the greatest to ever do it. I'm just not what I was. Ingen understands that more than anyone.
Ingen is also one of the greatest to ever do it.
I know. I mean, Ingen was a giant killer. I was as Neil says, I killed giant killers.
There is very few people that are in the argument for the greatest of all time. Very few. You two both happen to be in that argument.
Sure,
Was
sure.
Ingen upset when you beat him?
He had no reason to be upset. I mean, there was no
Just
traction.
because he didn't have a reason to be doesn't mean he wasn't.
Of course. Windburn hurts people's feelings. Cobra Roads at
And
Gmail.
Ingen was a fucking snapcase.
Yeah,
He loses his shit. Cobra, you're too far away. We can't hear you. Marcus, what the fuck Evan on about tonight? Need subtitles. Marcus,
It's
I
hard to
need
lose
somebody
your
else to translate your shit every night. What the fuck are you talking about? Marcus talking about sucking on horses or something. Oh, that was an isolated incident. I wouldn't worry about that. Frank Seabiscuit. Jesus Christ, this is getting crazy. The video of Strong Arm John barking back and forth with his corn-fed hillbilly about getting big money on arm wrestling match. 2009 Derby City Classic Pool event in Kentucky. Really? We don't want a Cobra versus Ingen match anymore. Ingen got really big, and Cobra has not been putting the work in. Cobra has been very busy doing far more lucrative things. He actually has a nice house now. He used to be one of the best arm wrestlers in the world, regardless of being the smallest guy in the conversation. And now he has a nice house. So Cobra's making better decisions. Ingen is still a bad motherfucker that's put on like 80 fucking pounds and still a bad dude in this new weight class. I do not think Ingen versus Cobra is close, but if it's up to me, which it is, because, you know, it's my fucking show, if I get to choose who I want to go have a beer and a meal with, it ain't the guy with one eyebrow. I'll tell you what. Well, Cobra, I'm sure you heard some of this.
Yeah, I heard it all, man.
How do you feel about deciding to be good at making money instead of good at arm wrestling? Well, I sleep comfortably
What's wrong
on
with
silk
both?
sheets now, so that's a good thing.
What's wrong with both?
What?
What's wrong with both? Make everyone should make money.
Yeah, but you don't arm wrestle anymore, Cobra.
Yes.
Okay, well, you got to hold on because Marcus Thompson apparently just joined the chat. Super fucking massive super chat, as Marcus does. Listen, Rapunzel, even Cobra knows you not last 20 seconds with elite judoka, even 20 pints down, leader of whiskey, still bench press princess Koof. Whatever the fuck that means. Marcus, I'm an elite level wrestler. Your judoka bullshit means nothing here. Get over it. Not happening. Every time you try to grab me and you realize, oh, this guy's not wearing a gi, I can't grab his lapel. How am I supposed to do my collar tie bullshit? You're going to end up upside down. Marcus, don't. Marcus, why are you so pissed? We're all having a good time here. We're all having a good time, having a few beers. Relax, Marcus. Marcus is always pissed. Now, I don't know if that means because he's Irish and he's drunk. You know, I drink 40 pints and I'm super pissed. I'm not angry, but fuck, I'm pissed.
Nobody knows.
Can't understand what Marcus talks about anyways. So, Cobra, your record against Ingen.
He has one pin against me.
How many do you have on him?
8 or so.
8 or so.
I don't remember them all.
Enough that you didn't bother counting.
Correct.
Because that motherfucker's beneath you.
When they said go, yes.
Can I clip this out and send it to Engen? Oh, well, Cobra had to leave. You didn't want to have that conversation anymore. Pissed means drunk all sorts of places. But pissed could also be short for pissed off, Marcus. And text has no context. So we don't know exactly what you mean, whether you means you're drunk or angry.
In England, pissed means drunk.
Well, it means that here too. But it also means angry.
Yes.
I'm assuming because he's Irish that it was angry. Marcus is like the only Irish guy that actually gets drunk, apparently. But he wants to have a drinking contest with me. Oh, boy. You know, I got a little bit of Irish in my blood, and I don't want to put a
You want what?
fellow Irishman to shame because that dude ain't winning a drinking contest with me.
You might.
No,
Never know.
I know. Cobra.
Mhm.
If you would have heard in 1987 that a dude named Marcus Thompson from Ireland was going to beat you in arm wrestling,
Mhm.
what was your reaction?
Cool.
In drinking, I am a 1987 Cobra Rhodes. I'm the fucking man.
Good luck. You're not,
I have
you're not
put
gonna-
up Andre the Giant numbers, motherfucker.
I've done such. That Russian water, I've done some things that are unbelievable.
Just when I put up those numbers, the stories that follow behind that I don't remember
I
tend to
remember them
haunt me.
all.
They tend to haunt me a little bit. Yeah, well, my babysitter should have not let me do that. I showed up at a bar on a weekend. Now, I only had one beer. I was
Mhm.
DD. So I had one beer before we went. Like, I'll have one or two over the night of the bar while we're there. Being good, being haved, right?
Mhm.
And we get to the bar and they're like, you're not allowed in. Like, what the fuck? Why? Because you threw our bouncers through the fucking mirrors last weekend?
Mm.
Oh shit. Was I here last weekend? Yeah,
So then
you
they
are.
let you in.
Fuck. Well, I'm sorry. Like, what if I pay for the mirrors, man? Like, I'm sorry.
Did they repair them?
No, I paid for them and they still had me banned.
Mm.
So I was kind of bullshit.
Yeah.
Hold on. Marcus wants to bet me $1,000 to a wrestling match, $2,000 to a wrestling and drinking match, $5,000 for a wrestling, drinking, easy win. Cobra,
Mm-hmm.
I can match that 1,000 for the drinking match. I don't got 5,000 for the
Against whom?
Marcus Thompson.
Marcus doesn't want to challenge me to drinking.
No, he wants to challenge me to drinking and wrestling.
Greco-Roman or freestyle?
I don't care either way. I'll go Scholastic. Whatever you want to do, man. I'm gonna win the drinking contest. There's no way a guy
There's no way you're gonna lose
me
it. Huh?
can wrestle me. It's not fucking happening. I have lived my life drinking and wrestling.
What is Marcus's weight?
I've seen. He sent me videos of him like drinking and shit in
Come on now.
Ireland. I'm gonna guess he's about 220. He ain't in bad shape, but he ain't like jacked.
How old is Marcus?
A few years younger than me.
Marcus, are you a Bitcoin pimp?
He runs the IRA.
Marcus, are you a Bitcoin pimp?
No, he runs the IRA. But he's Irish, so he's like the little dick gangster.
All right, Bobby, and them ain't no joke.
No joke. Just that's why they're always angry. They have little wieners. Trust me.
255.
I'm part Irish. I understand the problem.
You understand? Belfast.
255. Oh, fuck. I didn't think he was that
Marcus
big.
ain't no joke.
Oh, he's 6'3". I didn't think he was 6'3" from those videos.
He lives in a wonderful community.
All right, so he's
Really,
definitely
really.
bigger than me. He's definitely bigger than me. You know, Belfast.
What about Belfast?
That's where he's from. Oh, apparently he's got a 10-inch dick, though. So he's just a man at everything. Cobra,
Mm-hmm.
you didn't mind losing 10 grand on Devin when everybody told you that he's going to lose.
I gave it a shot.
Cobra, I'm telling
put
you,
up a
I
shot.
told you Devin was going to lose, and I was right. I'm telling you, I'm going to whoop Marcus's ass at drinking and wrestling. You should put the fucking 5 on me.
I don't believe that at all.
You don't believe I can wrestle?
I didn't say that.
You don't believe I can drink?
I didn't say that.
You think Marcus might be better at either of those things than me?
Perhaps.
Oh, buddy. All these years I let you have your way with my mother. And you got no faith.
You had nothing
in
to
me.
do with that. I did that
No
with my
faith.
mouthpiece.
You might be my fucking father, and you got
Could
no
be.
faith. You know what?
Most of my babies got swallowed over there, though.
Well, you happened to tear a hole in my mother's anus lining, and that's how you impregnated her
I don't
with
know what
me.
you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about.
That's why I'm such a shitty kid.
Mm-hmm. I get it.
Marcus, if Cobra takes this bet, you're fucked. You know what? If I had 5 grand, I would definitely take this. You know what? Let me get on the phone with Devin tomorrow. I am positive Devin will put up the 5 for this contest. I have seen Devin run to the bank machine to pull out 10 grand to bet on me in a drunken bar fight in a real life scenario.
Outstanding.
Devin knows what I got.
Call him now.
Well, you don't call Devin at 11:15.
Why? He's probably making a video.
You know what? He's probably awake.
Call him. Tell him that the master wants to talk to him.
The master. Well, that's who I am. I'm just a lord, though.
Don't be scared.
Here's the thing. Devin has his messenger on silent all the time.
Tell Devin to send you 10,000 subs right now.
Nah. I don't like whoring too
No.
hard off of Devin.
Nope. Tell him to do it.
Look, well, I mean, he's my buddy, right? I could take advantage of that and show up at his house and put Devin training videos all the
It's the
time.
least he can do.
I could always show up at his house and I'm welcome to hang out, train, go have a fucking eating contest with sushi, whatever. I could totally whore off him if I wanted to,
Do it.
but it's not the same thing.
Do it for a week.
No. I value his friendship more than I value whoring his fans out.
Okay. Just get 20 grand. Call him. Tell him it's me.
Here's the thing. Calling him on Facebook is never a good idea because he has
Tell him
his
it's me or he can
Facebook.
get bent.
No,
Now
he
I'm
has
getting angry.
He always permanently has his Facebook ringer off. So if you call him or text him on Facebook, he doesn't get a notification.
He answers me.
Just whenever he checks it, he sees. Right? But if I call him on his regular phone, that should ring. Now, it is only 11:15 and he doesn't have a bedtime. So we might get an answer
That's
on
right.
the phone.
This is bullshit.
Easiest thing, if you think I'm in Canada, text me. And if you think I'm out of the country, reach me on
Nope. No answer from Devin. Fuck, eh? I will figure out a way to get 5 grand covered
This
so
is
I can whoop
bullshit.
the
How
fuck
come
out
Devin
of
didn't
Marcus
answer?
at drinking and wrestling.
Marcus Savage.
Well, I would instantly take the bet if I had $5,000 sitting there, you know?
What's your house worth?
No,
What's your house worth?
350.
All right. You got $5,000.
Well, here's the thing.
You
It's
got
not my
$5,000.
house.
Take out 20 on it.
It's not my house.
Who does it?
My dad's.
Call him.
Right. That's a good fucking idea. Hey, Dad, Cobra, the guy that fucked your wife until she left you, wants me to fucking borrow money from you.
Let it be known that Marcus is a beast.
Cobra, you're not making any sense.
Let it be
Marcus
known that
Thompson with
Marcus is
another
a
super
beast.
chat. Imagine one better. Never arm wrestled, but I know I could beat Princess Koof with my elite judo arms. So what? We're gonna arm wrestle, and drink competition. Motherfucker, you are challenging me at my three very best things. I'm not good at a whole lot of things in life, but the ones I am good at, I am fucking good at. Ain't no way any man gonna beat me in all three of those in the same fucking day. Tell you what. At this point, I think Marcus just enjoys trying to pretend he's me. I swear to God, guys, I will come up with the $5,000 to match this bet at some way, somehow. It might take longer than the 2 minutes I spent trying to do it tonight. At some point, we'll get answers. Choke Wars. Marcus ain't going to get it. Uh-oh. Devin.
Hey, buddy, what's up?
I have an interesting proposition for you. I sent you a Zoom link on Facebook.
Okay.
Hop in here. Cobra said he's the master and he wants to talk to you as well.
I'm training right now. What is it about?
Well, I mean, you're on speaker chat, so everybody's hearing you anyway. So
Okay.
take 5 minutes, get into Zoom.
Okay.
You-
I'll take 5 minutes.
Yeah, you got 5 minutes for me.
Yeah.
That might work out well. Okay. Well, apparently Devin may be coming in. This is going to be fun. Marcus, I do not need an abacus because I actually know how to do math. Devin, why does your hat look so silly?
Because I got all sorts of teenagers in my house. I'm trying to be cool. They tried to burn me. Yeah. Anyways, long story.
It's
Crazy.
really going to be hard to look cool after the whooping you took from Levon.
Step up, man.
Hey,
Get in there.
I'm not saying I'm going to do any better.
Somebody.
I couldn't do any worse.
Teach me how to be cool with Levon.
So, Cobra decided he wanted to run out of the screen as soon as you got on here. Apparently, he's like, "Oh shit, Devin's actually coming. I can't talk that shit anymore."
Hey, buddy. What's happening, champ?
How you
Devin,
feeling? How's your little twig?
It's okay. It's okay. I'm
Good.
training actually right now. I'm just in between sets. So
Closing
yeah.
your hand?
Yeah, the hand is not too bad. My inner bicep got it's minor, man. It's minor. It's muscular. I'm already training. Like
Getting to
fine.
better positions. Can you get to
6
better
weeks.
positions?
6 weeks. That's it. It's a muscle.
Can I get to better positions? What do you mean? Get the better.
Pin your opponent.
Oh, can I do that?
Yeah.
Well, depends on who it is.
Not with that guy.
Oh my word.
Yeah.
How fun, huh? How fun, huh?
He's incredible.
How
Yeah.
fun, huh? Good.
So, Devin, the reason I brought you in here, that I called you, Do you remember the time in Petawawa when the drunk guy kept following me around trying to bet 10 grand to fist fight me?
Which event was that? You know my memory is terrible.
The one we had in Petawawa. The drunk guy from Sudbury that was following me around trying to get me into a fist fight for $10,000. And you're like, I will run across to the bank right now and get the money.
Was that the one where you pulled Jeff Dave? Is that
No,
the one?
the one before that when I pulled Gilbert and Desormeaux.
Okay.
When Brett tried to hump your leg until you left.
Oh my God, what a crazy day. Man, that was such a disaster of a tournament.
It was amazing.
It was
Incredible.
when you guys are in charge of events, the whole house just gets a mess. I have little memory.
So
That's the
amazing
best.
and incredible, I think, are both really good words.
Okay,
Everybody
so
should come to an event that we run. Every
I'll tell
time.
you, I did.
That would
really
be
like
accurate.
them.
That would be accurate.
They were a ton of fun. Those warehouse events, they were really good.
So you do remember the drunk guy from the Sudbury team that was following me around through the bar trying to get me to fight him for 10 grand in the parking lot. And you're like, Evan, I will go to the bank right now. I'll cover the bet.
Well, I imagine I would have done that, but
So we have a similar situation right now.
really,
And I'm offering you the bet at a half stake kind of thing. Like 50% of the wins come to me. This guy is challenging me to a drinking competition, a wrestling competition, and what was arm wrestling are the
Okay.
three that he's challenging me to.
who is this guy?
Marcus Thompson.
Marcus Thompson. I know
The
that.
man.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
he super chats in like 50 to 100 euros to
Okay, yeah,
every
that guy.
fucking arm wrestling
Right.
live.
Is
that
he
goes.
he's a British guy, right?
Irish. Don't ever say that.
Okay, Irish.
Yeah, Devin.
Okay.
Fuck.
No, I don't know him. I just see that he always donates.
Gangster.
Yeah,
He's here.
no. Fucking that dude keeps arm wrestling on YouTube alive by himself.
Right. Okay. So
Love the
I mean,
guy.
I
But
don't
he's
know
challenged
who-
me to all three of these things. And these are the
Okay.
three very best things I have.
It's true.
In life.
Do you really think anybody is going to beat me at all three of these
So what is the bet
in one night? $5,000.
for each event?
No, total.
Best
You got
out
to
of
win
three.
2 out of 3.
So he's got to drink more than you.
He's got to
arm wrestle
out-drink me,
better
out-wrestle me, and out-arm wrestle me in the same night.
Okay. Do we have like the format?
We don't.
Hmm.
But we'll get that fucking detail worked out.
Okay. This
Problem
guy
is I
some,
don't
like-
have 5,000 to say yes to. So I can't start working out details.
Well,
Evan,
I'll tell
Do
you.
you honestly
I'll tell
think
you.
anybody's beating me in all three?
I mean, it takes a pretty serious dude, I think, to hang with you drinking.
At
Right.
any one of those three, you got to be a real dude.
Arm wrestling. I mean, I think we would have seen him on the table if he was that
Yeah.
good, right?
So count Evan up for one at least.
Yeah, and I mean the fighting. I mean, I don't know. Was he a pro?
The
Or,
fighting's after the drinking. Well, he was a judokan, but he's challenging me to wrestling with a judo base.
how big is
With gis on.
how
So
big
I'm not
someone
wearing a
hits their
fucking
back and
gi.
that's it.
what
Someone
are
hits their back and that's it.
I'm not wearing a fucking gi.
what are the stats?
He's about 6'3", 250, 255.
So he's not a little dude.
No,
Inside leg
he's
trick.
won apparently the Irish or the European or whatever in judo. But I mean, you've beaten a world champion in judo, and I would wrestle the fuck out of you.
Okay, well, it's interesting. It's interesting. I'd like to at least see, just to make a blind bet. I mean,
Blind bet.
I don't like blind bets.
Really? Really?
I
With
have a
drinking
problem.
And
I
arm
gotta-
wrestling as the other two. Even if he beats me in the one. And Devin, I am better at wrestling than I am at drinking or arm wrestling.
You're a pretty good drinker.
Very good. World level. I'm still
Marcus
better at
doesn't
wrestling.
stop. Here he goes. Another 50 euros.
Holy shit. There's Marcus again. British #1, Irish #1, judo kickboxing champ, drink princess, coof all day, long Commonwealth in judo.
Two.
I'm just gonna assume if what he's saying is true and his stats are accurate, he's gonna kick your ass. Okay. He'll
He's
kick your
drunk
ass.
as fuck. He can't even type.
Okay, well, I don't know what's real and what's not.
Doesn't
All I know
matter.
is
Fucking
if-
just back to bet. If I lose, I'll give you
Yeah.
$50 a month until I pay back double. Whatever.
man, listen, if he is like a British champion of any one of those disciplines,
You
you're
can
probably-
have sole exclusive rights to your YouTube for all the video on all of it.
man, Evan. Drinking and arm wrestling, you might not do too bad. If the dude's got national titles, you're gonna get beat up.
Not in wrestling.
And
But he
I know
challenged me to wrestling.
judo and wrestling is like the same fucking thing.
Right, except you're not allowed holding on to my clothes.
Whatever. Yeah, it's details. He's gonna
No,
beat
you don't know how to shoot or defend a double leg in judo.
What are you talking about, man? He's a national champ in judo and something else, and he's
Kickboxing, but he challenged me to wrestling.
yeah. But once you're a kickboxing champ, you know how to fight and this and that.
Sure, I mean, Donnie Smith
he's
was the
gonna-
national champ down in the States. You saw him trying to wrestle me, Devin.
Uh,
It's a fucking joke.
yeah, but if
Hey,
he's
Devin.
judo, yeah.
You want to make some money or not? Look, I can raise the funds without you, Devin. I just thought you would be a guy that was like, look, somebody
Listen.
thinks they're going to beat Evan in drinking, wrestling, and arm wrestling.
Keep
All
it
in
in
the
the
same
family.
day. This is
When
easy
I-
money.
When I see a guy and I see it, oh yeah, I'd like to be there. I'd jump in on it if
I can send you a
thought.
picture.
But listen, right away. So, what do I know about Marcus Thompson? He
He's
clearly
drunk
got-
enough to fund the entire arm wrestling community.
Well, the checks don't seem to be bouncing. So he's
He
probably
dropped,
one.
he dropped 200 euros in the last 15 minutes.
He's probably not a fucking loser. Okay. The
No, he
dude's
runs the
selling-
IRA. Or he might be Conor
Whatever.
McGregor. In which case,
So-
he lied about his
Be careful.
size, and I'm going to fuck him up.
he's going to beat you up. We don't know about his arm wrestling. You're probably going to beat him there, I'm guessing. But he sounds like a big fit dude,
What's he going to beat me at, Devin?
and he's Irish, so
So am I.
he's probably got you at least on one of the three, and I don't know
Which
what-
one?
Well, he's going to beat you up. He's a fucking judo nationalist.
You were out of your fucking mind.
Well,
I
don't
will
know. It's just-
ragdoll this dude like Thor did to you. Are you fucking crazy?
Dude, all I know is what I know. Do you have a national title in any discipline?
Yes.
What?
All of them.
No,
The only one I don't have a national title in is arm wrestling, and that's because fucking Mike Gould showed up.
you don't have a national title in any fight sport.
I've never went to nationals in any fight sport except arm wrestling. But Mike Gould showed up, and that's not my fault.
But Marcus Thompson sounds like he has.
Look, Marcus is going to sponsor me for the match. So you only got to bet half, and you still get
Marcus, what do you mean Marcus is going to sponsor you for half?
the $5,000 bet. He's going to sponsor my $5,000 side
Okay,
of
so
it.
it's 2-1. So it's 2-1.
No. He's just paying the $5,000 bet on my
Same
side,
thing.
plus
Same thing.
putting his side up.
Cobra, what do you think about this?
I think Marcus is a gangster, and I'm 5 minutes beyond what was supposed to start my live chat. Now,
Oh,
Devin, if I'm to make a comeback, will you come on my channel live?
Oh my God, Cobra. Yes, do it. Make a comeback. But listen, by the time you do, I'm probably gonna be around your weight. It's gonna be me and you.
I'll show you how I close my hand there. Oh,
Devin,
nice.
You come back, buddy. You're gonna.
Evan,
you-
you've seen what he
were
did to
Yeah.
Giannis.
Yeah.
Don't pull Cobra.
Right? I was just talking about that the other day, and everybody jumped on me for having an opinion about Uncle John. Hey, you know what I gotta say? I gotta say, jury by your peers.
Say it here. We
Devin.
don't worry about people worrying about what we say here.
No, but I mean
If- if-
seriously,
If
judge
people
by
are
your
worried about that, the shit that fucking was done to people, myself and people, shut up.
judge by
pulled
your
Dave-
peers. Judge
I
by your
pulled Dave Patton. I pulled Dave Patton.
Hey, are you going to Virginia?
No, what's there?
Oh my God. See,
Hmm?
I've never met Dave Patton. He's gonna be at the August 6th event. Travis told me.
He'll choke you out.
I know. I know.
Guarantee that.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm
If you can
excited.
escape that guy's guillotine, you can escape any fighter's
Is
guillotine.
he competing now as well there?
He's an instructor, Gracie Jiu-Jitsu.
He is, eh? Yeah.
He's
I
one of the
knew.
top dogs
Yeah. I knew he switched. I just didn't know how far he took it.
all the way. Red Dons. I think 3 Dons. Red.
Awesome.
And
Very cool.
what a master and professor of technique he was. This is a killer.
No,
He
I
snap,
know.
tap, snap, or nap.
Yeah. No,
Mm.
I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm gonna see him next weekend. So
He'll
yeah,
make a comeback.
good.
Hey,
I gotta go
guys,
live. Love you guys.
I don't want to interrupt. Cobra, we had a super chat here for you. Cobra, I met you at a match
Send it to
in
me.
Bell Boulevard, Bayside, Queens in the 90s. Thanks to our mutual friend, Jason Vale. What can you say about him?
Jason was one of my little brothers. I met up the original Yukon Jacks. He didn't have a room to stay in. Hopped in my room. He took off his shirt, looked like a shark had bit his body. He explained to me about apricot seeds and what he learned in the Bible and what had
What he learned in the
revived.
tank.
Yeah. This is before they threw him in the joint.
Oh, you got fucked on those things.
And yeah, good kid. Him and his mom, Barbara. Good woman. His brother, good man. Good family. Bill. Rest in peace, Jason Bill. Helped a lot of people. Helped a lot of people.
Devin, have you met Jason?
I think yes, I did. I used to talk to him a little bit.
He was a Northeast guy, really good in the straps.
No. I know. I 100% know exactly who he is. I just, I forget. You talk to so many people. Like, I know I used to talk to Jason. I'm just not sure if I talked to him in person or not. I think I met him like at 1 or 2 tournaments, but I talked to him online quite a bit.
I know that's a guy I've never met, but when I got into arm wrestling, his name was a big name. Like, if you got a win on Jason Vale, you were somebody that people needed to worry about.
I remember when I was getting ready for Jerry, I used to watch videos of Jason pull him. And yeah, I didn't try and do what Jason did, but I watched it and I was like, okay, well, that's interesting. Yeah. Good strap puller, that's for sure. But
Getting ready for who?
Jerry. Yeah. Because
Jerry who?
Cataract. Yeah, and I was doing like my video watch, and I was watching people who pulled him and people who beat him, and Jason Vale beat him. Jerry way back. Like,
Chance told me that you didn't even train for Jerry because Jerry sucks.
What are you talking about?
Chance Shaw. You said Jerry sucks and that you didn't even train for Jerry.
Well, I mean, you know that I trained for Jerry.
Look, Devin, you don't argue with me. Understand that I will lie. Because it's funny.
Why?
Because it's funny. Because Chance talks shit on Jerry and Jerry talks shit on Chance. And
but we
I
all
wanted you in on this. And
but we
you
all
play
know
the
how
game.
that's gonna go, right? Like, we all know how that's gonna go, right?
I can't believe you didn't hop on this fucking taking the bet. What the fuck?
Dude, I mean, I don't know this guy. He sounds
Doesn't
like
matter. You know me. He's going to beat me at drinking, wrestling, and arm wrestling, and you don't know him.
It's a blind bet, dude. This guy sounds like the dude has a lot of money. He's a big dude. He's got national titles in a fight sport.
Does he?
He
says he does, but does he?
I don't know. I'm blind. I don't know. I mean,
I would have national titles in fight sports if I didn't break my leg.
And that's a if.
Right.
Listen, hey, I love you guys. I'm like on my last few days at home. I'm gonna be on the road like crazy for the next like 3 months. So
well, I'm glad I called you tonight then.
I'll come down and visit soon. I'll come back down.
People were asking when the next time we're gonna pull is because it's been a while.
Oh, what are you saying? Want me to bring down some cash?
Well, look, I'm always ready to arm wrestle. Just the last two that you
'Cause
were
I'm
encumbered
like,
for,
Listen,
I wasn't able to arm wrestle with you.
I am dried up and skinny and weak now. Now's a good time if you want to
We had
try.
a couple of Ottawa guys come down last night, and they're like, "Fuck, you feel strong. Like you feel your left arm feels as strong as Devin's."
Well, there you go. That should be enough for you.
And my response is
Instead of-
stronger than Devin's.
Well, so it sounds like you are in the mood for betting. I'm not far away, you know. And you know what?
Devin, I'll beat you left-handed right now.
I have a proposition for you. I am going to be very close to you on Tuesday. No, I can go afterwards.
How close?
If you would like, on Tuesday night,
Like you come to
I
visit
will
the boy?
go and I'll arm wrestle you left-handed for $1,000.
I just called you in here because I don't have any money for a surefire bet.
Oh, I thought you were, I don't know. You can maybe Marcus will sponsor you to have the bet with me. Hey,
I don't
Marcus.
have $1,000, but
No,
I mean,
but
I got
Marcus-
$50 that says I whoop your fucking ass.
Marcus might have 1,000. Anyways,
I
I'll leave it
guarantee
at
you,
that.
Marcus has more than $1,000. Whether he wants to put that out there, I don't know.
No.
But I
You
will
can-
whoop your fucking ass.
You
Tuesday.
can watch me
Where?
go to Pembroke Tuesday. I'll go to your house and I'll arm wrestle you left-handed. $1,000.
We arm wrestle Wednesday.
I'm not going to be around on Wednesday.
So be
I'll be
around on
close.
Wednesday.
What are you saying? You'll do it on Wednesday for 1,000?
Well, I still don't have 1,000, but I mean, fuck. I'm not the one putting up the money. You'll show up when the money gets there.
Wednesday, my cost is 2,000. Tuesday is your special offer for 1,000 because I'm not too far. Wednesday, 2,000.
Okay. So
It's been put out to the universe.
just to be clear, I'm stronger than you.
Absolutely.
But that's only because you like suck at arm wrestling. Right?
Couldn't agree more.
I
Yeah.
mean, you're only as good as your last match, and my left arm won, and you haven't pulled left arm in 10 years. And I think your left-handed match was what, Dennis?
Oh, nobody even remembers. I don't know.
Everybody remembers. That's all they remember. They remember your left-handed match against Dennis and your right-handed match against Levon.
Pretty amazing.
You are actually the worst arm wrestler in the world. This
True.
sounds like an easy match for me.
You should jump all over it.
I don't want anybody to actually put their money on me against you. Although I am stronger than you.
I think everybody knows that.
Yeah, well, you're going to out arm wrestle me because you're better at arm wrestling.
Well, I'd probably cheat or something.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what you do. Look, you are the most famous real arm wrestler in the world. There's like, what, 3 people with bigger YouTube channels than you that arm wrestle?
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe.
I'm going to
I'm
go
not
with Juji, Schoolboy, and
Larry?
Larry. But
Yeah. I mean,
one
anybody.
of them is a real arm wrestler. One of them's a real power lifter that started arm wrestling and already has the channel. And the other one is, I don't know, some fucking weird dude that fucking kicks flamingos and does backflips.
Hey, speaking of Juji, I'm going to probably call a date. You guys can get ready. Sometime mid-August. Come somewhere in the Ottawa vicinity. We're going to do something very funny. Get cowboy uniforms. Okay? Cowboy.
You want TJ
hat.
there?
Hey?
You want TJ there?
TJ.
TJ. My cousin that I had to choke.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
Hey,
Yeah.
I got an idea. We're going to do a bikini car wash.
Oh, that's a great idea.
And we're going to sucker all the people in with like all the chicks on the team in
Yeah.
bikinis standing at the road holding the signs.
Yeah.
When they
Okay.
get down to the garage,
That's disgusting.
we're going to have TJ and like Brett
Oh my God. Don't bring
show up in
TJ.
bikinis to wash the cars.
Oh my God. Yeah. Bring TJ to the thing, but that's a terrible idea.
Can
That's
we
disgusting.
put that video on your channel and then like You pay us?
I'm sure we can work something out. Buddy, I gotta go. I'm training. I'm just about to walk the dog.
Walking a dog is not training.
It is for me.
Should I
For
fight
me,
Marcus or not?
listen, get a picture. Do some homework on this guy. You know,
I
what
don't
if-
care.
Oh,
Devin.
that's great. Listen, I don't care
There's
when I'm
no man in the fucking world that's going to beat me at all three.
Let me tell you. I would have fought Thor any day, anytime. I would probably not have bet on myself to fight Thor.
Yeah, but you knew that you sucked at boxing.
Right. But you
I don't
know-
suck at any of these events.
I know, but you don't even know who this guy is.
I don't care.
Well, you
There's
should.
no man in the world who's going to beat me at all three of these in the same fucking day.
Evan, there's a word I want you to look up in the dictionary.
Right.
It's hubris. Okay. Look it up.
Right. And I find it very humorous that you think
No,
anybody
no.
is going to beat me at all three of these. Devin, I
No,
don't
no.
care what you said. I said what I said. I know what you
Hubris.
said. I don't care. It's humorous that you think anybody will beat me at all three. You don't believe anybody in the world will beat me at these.
Evan, notice my apprehension. Like, I agree. You are a strong candidate in those fields.
I'm a fucking savage. We're doing the
good.
drinking first.
Okay, but so he takes a loss and he's sober.
Nope. As soon as he loses, I have to stop drinking, which means
Okay.
he's puking drunk, and
Well,
now
he
he's
might-
got to do
he
the
might
other
not
two.
even drink. I mean, depending on what the rules are, he might just be like, okay, you win the drinking. Now I beat you up. And
Okay, so I stop drinking when he stops drinking.
okay, so it's a sober. He's got to beat you up and out arm wrestle you.
And how is he going to do both?
Well, if he's a
If
national
he's that
champion,
good at the fighting, maybe I'll just say, you win this one. Let's go to the
then
real
can I
one.
make a match? Okay. So,
Like-
do you know
like-
who this guy is? Like,
Yeah,
I
it's
don't know.
Marcus Thompson. Take the bet.
Okay, so I mean, why don't you just?
There's
make an
nobody in
Hamilton match
in fucking Ireland that's going to beat me at all three of these.
then? Oh,
Jenna?
yeah.
The only
Actually,
guy they've ever had that's actually good at fighting. Yeah, Irish guys like to fight and drink.
do you know who? I mean, is Adrian O'Dwyer Irish?
Sure. And I'm going to beat him at all three of these.
Dude, Adrian O'Dwyer is a good arm wrestler.
Right. For 170 fucking pounds.
No, he's not 176. He's a big dude.
No,
Adrian
he
O'Dwyer?
stretches his ears out, so he doesn't have any earlobes. He's not that heavy.
He's a bad dude. He's Irish.
I will blow his fucking bicep right off the bone. Again. I don't care if he's an Olympic swimmer. I will beat Michael Phelps in all three of these too.
Marcus Thompson, if you're listening, make a little highlight video. Start a YouTube channel. Well, you must have a YouTube channel. You're always using it.
No.
What are you talking about? No, he's always super chatting. He's
Yeah,
obviously
he's got a
channel.
YouTube channel. He doesn't do videos.
Right. So upload a video.
He's a private fucking dude. If he gives me permission, I will send you or hit him on WhatsApp or like we'll get you in contact. I can't
Buddy,
just
I'm
like
training. I'm training. I'm getting huge. Okay.
we'll talk in the future days. I will if he's cool with it, I'll hook you guys on WhatsApp. Bad dude. Devin, bet the money. I'm gonna fucking crush him at all of it. 3-0.
Good luck, buddy. Good luck. Hey, and let me know about Tuesday or Wednesday. I come up and fucking whack you.
Hey, if you're anywhere near, I will fuck you up on Tuesday.
All right, buddy. We'll talk soon.
I will beat your little dehydrated, scrawny ass.
You won't, but okay.
No, I will.
Later, guys.
Devin, you used to be strong, just not lately. Well, sorry. I tried to get the money guy in, but you know, he's a prude. He's a prude. This is toss-up, eh? Evan wins the arm wrestling. Marcus absolutely crushes him in jiu-jitsu judo. No, he doesn't. I have won black belt tournaments in jiu-jitsu without ever taking a jiu-jitsu lesson. Only wrestling, and I've still won black belt tournaments. Don't see it happening. Evan clearly has no idea who he is. Drinking, do it. Last guy can get the pay. Look, I want to do it all. I am very, very excited for this competition. I would like to do this competition either way. I just literally do not have $5,000. But I am so confident. I'm thinking about taking the bet, even knowing I can't pay it if I lose. I'm hesitant because I think Marcus runs the IRA, and that's not the kind of guy you want to not pay the bet with. So, problems. I always have great lives. All of my lives are fucking fantastic and hilarious. Hi, honey. Hey, babe.
What?
I'm on my last beer. I'm gonna need a couple. Oh, thank you. Because this beer is almost empty. I'm gonna need a little smoky poo. I don't know if I'm gonna stay on that long. Because I've been on for holy fuck 3.5 hours. What do you mean Devin rocks? Devin's a pussy. He goddamn well knows I am the fucking man when it comes to drinking. I am literally called the beer man because of Devin. We actually changed my name on YouTube to the beer man because Devin refers to me as the beer man on his YouTube channel. And that is about the extent of whoring off of Devin that I'm willing to go to. Changing my name to the beer man because he calls me that. There is no fucking way you're out drinking me. You're not out wrestling me. And you're definitely not beating me in an arm wrestle. Marcus. I am astounded that Devin didn't hop on the bet. Now, where the fuck is my lighter? Where's the dick lighter? Okay. Found my little high hookers lighter. We got our own lighters. They're pretty cool. We're paid. And I definitely make a wager on Evan. He's got to win 2 out of the 3, right? And the order is drinking, arm wrestling, then wrestling. I don't care what the order is. As long as drink is first, I win all 3.
Okay.
And it's not that I don't think Marcus is good.
Love you.
Hey. Want to hug? Love you.
Love you.
I'll be up
Good bit. There you go.
last beer. I mean, well, you gave me 3, so last beer. John Looks 185 in that pick. Cobra is up in his stream. Is Cobra live now? Did I miss a super chat? Oh, I missed a super sticker for Repulsive Gravity. Oh shit, I did miss a super chat. Seem I reached my limit on YouTube. Poor 20 euro. Listen, no gi, no wife beater vest. I still take Garama or Shibiwaza, you princess. Oh, Marcus, you motherfucker. You are not choking me. I don't tie the beard up to fight. As long as there's a rule where you're not allowed to pull on my beard, man, you can't get an arm in on this. My beard stays there. Your arm will never get in. I will pull the beard and use it as a defensive mechanism. Marcus, you're so full of shit. Devin does know judo. Devin has fought with world champion judokans and won. Is Cobra live right now, guys? Let me know. Because if he is, I'm gonna fuck off and probably drink these last 2 beers on Cobra's live stream. Do we know how to link Cobra's live into the chat? For those of you guys that want to carry on, is that something that the mods can do, or do I have to do that? Because if I have to do it, I'm fucked. But if a mod can do it, that's awesome. I don't know what the words are. But yeah, I'm A-okay with going over to Cobra Stream. I would love to hop into Cobra Stream. Well, Cobra's a fucking bit of a fucking weirdo. I would like to know what the fuck he is doing. Because if he's going live, I'm A-okay with us hopping over that way. Okay, he is live? Well, if he's live, then yeah, fucking put that link up in there again, and let's hop over to Cobra's live. We'll go talk to him there. Maybe the dipshit will invite me in. We'll see. We'll see. All right. Have a good night, every guys. This was a very fun Sunday. Later, boys.